Welcome to the WHBC Sports AultCare YouTube Game of the Week. It's high school football on demand. Brought to you by SARTA, Friends and Family Credit Union, Maslin Cable, Altman Hospital, CKP Heating and Cooling, Sarchone Ford, the United States Air Force, and Old Carolina Barbecue. Let's join Frank Cilona, Billy Beebe, and our guest analysts for tonight's game.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Smiley Stadium, where tonight we've got a great Pac-7 ball game for you tonight between the Northwest Indians and the Red Riders of Orville, alongside sideline reporter Derek Faiello, our color analyst Thom McDaniels. I'm Frank Cilona. Glad you're with us tonight as this one gets going here tonight. It's going to be a great ball game, fellas, between two teams that are still battling for that top spot in the Pac-7. And Derek, let's turn to you first of all. For the Red Riders of Orville, this is a team that's got a dual-threat quarterback, someone that we should probably keep a good eye on.
Yeah, dual-threat quarterback, young squad. They've played some good teams in the Pac already, and I think that battle test, type mentality is something they're going to carry with them. We've seen, year in, year out over the past few years, this Pac-7, we had 5-way tie last year. It's a league where on any given Friday, I know it sounds cliche, but any team can win. And I know that Coach DeMarco at Northwest knows that. But this Orville team, like you said, their quarterback, dual-threat quarterback, they have some youth on the outside as well. So it should be a good game.
Yep, absolutely. And both these teams, guys, started 0-2, and then they battled back. Orville 3-3 now, and Thom Northwest 4-2, and they're playing a lot better than when they started, and a lot of that has to do with their running game.
Yes, Satterfield and Kraft, Orville can expect to see an awful lot of them this evening. There are league implications in this game. There are playoff implications in this game. We get to the last 3 weeks of the regular season. So Satterfield and Kraft, Thunder and Lightning, and Orville better be ready to defend the run game.
Absolutely, guys. I think it's going to be a great ball game as we get going here tonight. Both teams really chasing Canton South right now, who sits atop of the Pac-7, but Northwest, no losses, Canton South, no losses. Can they remain that way here at home? Kickoff is next. We'll be back.
At AultCare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, AultCare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. AultCare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Maslin, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Get your day started with Pam Cook. She's like your own personal smartphone, and she's fully charged. We're hands-free, news and information. 1480 WHBC.
Here to Smiley Stadium on the campus of Northwest High School. What a beautiful setting here for football. Brand new press box a couple years ago. They put this in, and Frank Cilona along with Coach Thom McDaniels up here in the booth. Bob Jeffries is our statistician, and Derek Faiello down on the field. And before we check in with Derek, Coach, both these teams, we talked about this in the pregame. Orville lost to Worcester and West Holmes to start the season. Northwest lost to Norton and Marlington to start the season, and they both have really rebounded very well. Orville stumbled a little bit, and they played Canton South, but who hasn't this year?
Right.
But they are, 3-3 now. Northwest 4-2, and we're looking for really a good ball game tonight.
Well, I would think so. I think it speaks highly of both programs and both head coaches, both staffs, to overcome 0-2 beginnings and be at this point in time. Obviously, we never win as many games as we want. That's exceptional and that's unusual. But for high school kids to overcome a bad beginning like that and to be where they are now, that says something, something good in my opinion about both of them.
Yeah, well, great coaches. John DeMarco, we know, spent many years over in Louisville. He's been over here at Northwest now for 5 years. Just a great guy and a great coach. And then Matt Zerker over at Orville, pretty new as well to the team as well, but many years as a coach. And it's just one of those things where great coaching in Stark County and even over in the Orville area. It's just this area. I mean, we're blessed with the coaches that we have, and the thing that we learned with Northwest at the Fairless game was that they know how to run the football.
Sure.
I mean, they certainly. I know you talked about it in the pregame. Connor Satterfield, Parker Kraft. We're going to see a lot of those two tonight. They can, inside, outside. Satterfield, just a tough kid, hard to bring down. He's kind of their, you mentioned it, thunder and lightning. And then you got Parker Kraft, who can kind of skirt the outside and really break it for a big play. And then Orville, as Derek mentioned, Sawyer Hampshire, a dual threat quarterback. He's a kid that we have to keep an eye on. I think you're going to see great things from him. He loves throwing to a couple of receivers, McDuffie. You've got Smiley, another one. Ethan Breedy is another one that he targets quite a bit. So should be an interesting ball game. And again, they're all chasing right now Canton South, who's kind of set the bar right now. They're still undefeated.
Right. I was watching pregame and both quarterbacks were in the gun, and so I'm assuming that's who they are. Mm-hmm. Just because you're in the gun doesn't mean that you're in the gun to throw the ball all the time. There are a lot of teams that are playing gun quarterback offenses, but they're doing it and they're running the ball purposefully, from the gun, and they're throwing only occasionally. And it sounds like maybe I just described Northwest.
Yeah.
Massillon's a little bit like that. They want to be in the gun. They want to spread people out because they feel like they have an advantage perhaps in the run game. So I'm anxious to see, how these two teams represent themselves in terms of their plan of attack, for the other.
Yeah, we talked about Hampshire for Orville and Greg Smiley. We mentioned him, but not only can he catch the football, he ran for 2 last week. So he's a dual threat receiver, if you will, and so it's exciting that we have some great players down on the field. And one of our great players down on the field is Derek Faiello, and we'll check in with D here, brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union for that pregame report here down on the field. Derek, what do you got for us?
Hey guys, beautiful night here in Northwest.
No, we lost you, Derek. You got your mic on there? All right, well, we'll check in with Derek here in a minute once we get him figured out. I know Dale Lamm is down there working with Derek. And nope, we got him. Nope. All right, well, we'll figure it out. Northwest has made their way out on the field. Orville won the toss, and they are going to receive the football as the Indians have made their way out. Orville now making their way out.
Yeah, and that tells me that they want Kraft and Satterfield to have the ball as little as possible.
Exactly.
Let's take the ball and not let those guys have it, at least to start the game.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. Certainly they want to keep it away from, as we have dubbed them, thunder and lightning. And certainly Northwest, when we watched them again, we had them against Fairless, and it's just methodical, and they just will pound you down the field. And when they need to, or when they want to, I guess it would be Tyler Pappas, who has stepped in, done an admirable job at quarterback, and Chase Badger, who has moved from quarterback to wide receiver. They'll get together and hit a long one, or a good possession pass as well, and look for Parker Kraft even to wide, set up as a wide receiver as well. And Carson Nicky, a couple of those guys, you'll see them all out there as well. So, go ahead.
Yeah, offenses generally make a choice, especially teams that run the ball. Are they going to be a power team, or are they going to be a zone team? So I'm anxious to see which identity they claim for themselves And so I'll see that after Orville does something with the ball. Northwest's going to get it eventually, and we'll find out if they're a power team or a zone team.
All righty. Well, Orville has made their way out. Northwest has made their way out on the field, and the Indians, Ben Chance will tee it up for them. And we joked about this, but in all seriousness, it is so difficult to read the Northwest numbers tonight. They've got red jerseys on with a light gray number, and we'll try to get the binoculars out there and catch everybody as best we can. But Chance is the kicker, and they fake a little I don't know, whatever you call that. Wasn't even going to be an onside kick, but just a kick, and now they are lined up, and Chance has it teed up, and this one's underway here from Northwest. Squib kick picked up at about the 35-yard line, and that is Hostetler with the return for Orville, and the Red Riders will set up on offense, and they will be led by Hampshire, who is the quarterback. The front line is Hills, Beckler, Betts, Farrell, and Hostetler. Again, Hampshire is the quarterback. The running back is Hostetler, Breedy, and Smiley, McDuffie, and D'Alessandro are the wide receivers. Official line of scrimmage is the 42-yard line, and that is where Orville will set up. Here's a throw on first down, and incomplete. Looking for Greg Smiley, and a little bit overthrown.
Would have been a great catch. He had to leave his feet and extend his arms off the top of his fingers. It would have been a tough catch if he'd have been able to come down with it.
So brings up a second down now and 10 for the Red Riders. A couple of state championships from this school. There's a running play. That is Paul Hostetler.
Orville in a 3-by-1 set, analyzing how Northwest is going to deploy against it, and gave the ball to the running back inside. Got a decent gain, maybe a 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5.5.
Well, correction there. That was Ethan Breedy, number 12. And he picks up 4 yards on the carry. Breedy will be in the backfield. He'll line up there as well as a receiver. Here's a pass caught by Smiley, and he's close to the first down, and he is past the line for the first down, so it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Red Riders.
He had to dig that one out of the dirt, so he left his feet, on the first throw attempt.
Yeah.
And was incomplete. He did a great job of getting down on the ground to dig that thing out. Nice catch, first down.
All right, so they move the chains, and bring up 1st and 10 for Orville. Here's a pass nearly picked off. Great defensive play there coming up for Northwest. That is Logan Allman who broke up the pass. So
Allman did a great job.
Almost
he
a pick six.
read the quarterback, and he jumped the route.
Yeah.
It was the inside receiver running to the flat, the outside receiver running deep. He read the quarterback's intention and jumped the route, almost picked it off.
Yeah, we saw that last week with Jackson Anthony Fueline at a pick 6 against Lake.
Orville in an empty set now.
3 receivers on the near side, going to send Smiley in motion and give him the football. And he gets pushed out of bounds right about the 45-yard line. So a couple of yards there on the carry.
Smiley was one of the 3 receivers to the right in the empty set, 3-by-2. He went in motion. It's a version of the jet sweep.
10:51 here, just underway. First quarter. Frank Cilona, Thom McDaniels, Derek Faiello with you tonight. So now we're going to go trips on the near side. 2 receivers far side. Again, a man in motion. And this time Hampshire is going to keep it. He'll get to the 40-yard line, so give him 5.
That's a complimentary play to the previous one. They had the back go in motion. They faked the jet sweep. The quarterback kept the ball up inside. Northwest playing a 3-man front, but their backers are active, showing blitz and then not blitzing, and showing blitz and coming.
All right, we've got stacks receivers here on the near side for you. And taking his time is Hampshire. Now he gets the play call. Going to go under center and go forward. Kind of a little trick play there on 4th down. Picks up the 1st down, yeah.
Well done. He disguised it well. Didn't get under center to the last second. And probably a little goose to the center to snap the ball. And
go.
Everybody's surprised. Not the Orville people, obviously, but got the 1st down. Well done.
And there is Brady again. So Ethan, he picks up a couple there. Gives him 2nd down and long, 2nd and 8. I think we've got Derek Faiello situated here, and we'll check in with D here after this play. There's Hampshire on the run, and he's got some running room. Picks up the 1st down and more, all the way down to the 22-yard line. And another 1st down for Orville. And Derek, I think we have you back up and running.
You got me?
There you go.
There we go.
How's things downstairs?
Great. I'll tell you what, I think Orville's doing exactly what they need to be doing and slowing this game down and doing their thing.
Yeah, and we talked about trying to keep it away from Orville is what Northwest will do with their running game. And here's a short run, and they get barely back to the line of scrimmage. And Coach, you talked about that, but right now Orville's kind of doing their thing, keeping it away from that other offense.
Well, and Sawyer Hampshire demonstrated an ability to run the ball. He looked good on the previous run. We'll look for more of that from him.
Gonna go
4-by-1 set now.
Yep, I was just going to say 4 receivers on the far side, and now we've got a whistle.
Flag is down.
Not enough men on the line, maybe?
Either that or we've got an encroachment, by the defense.
Oh, okay.
Illegal procedure. They're having a meeting to figure it out right now. The officials are.
The Orville kids are clapping, so got to be something in their favor.
I'd love to see the quad set again. I'm not sure that Northwest was aligned like they need to be. You know, 4 receivers to one side is not something we see all that often, but you have to have an answer for that because you generally have to have a guy for a guy, even if you're not playing man-to-man defense. But I hope they get in that 4-by-1 set again, and I'll take a peek and see whether Northwest aligns correctly against it.
Well, this has taken a lot of time to figure out. They're finally going to start marking it off. I never did see an official call. Oh, an unsportsman.
That was pre-snap, unsportsmanlike.
Hey, guys.
They hit the ball.
Yeah, go ahead, D.
They're saying that one of the defenders, his call, something that sounded like a snap call.
Okay.
And the coaches are going nuts. Coach DeMarco is going nuts because he said it was a defensive call.
Yeah.
That they were trying to change alignment.
On the one hand, I give the officials credit for making that call, if in fact that's what it was, because sometimes it happens and never gets called.
Right. Well, Coach, they must have heard you because they're going to go with the quad receivers on the far side.
Yep.
And Hampshire is going to be alone in the backfield. He's going to roll this time and just keep it.
They've got one more guy than Northwest could account for, too.
Yep, nice job there by the Indians kind of stuffing that out.
Whenever they get in a set like that, I look away from it. I look away from the quad side and see how they're handling the single receiver, because a lot of times defenses make an adjustment, but they're not wanting to, but they over-adjust to the 4, and they leave maybe a single receiver wide open.
Yeah.
With a lot of space to work inside.
Oh yeah. 2nd and 8. Here's Brady. And Brady takes it to the 5-yard line. Let's take a look at that Northwest defense. Soptoline, Finn, Kunkel and Smith, the front four. You got Richie, Satterfield, Sandoval, and are the linebackers. Kraft, Allman, Musleave, and Nicky are the DBs for Northwest. Third down and 4.
Northwest 5-yard line.
There's a rollout, end zone, touchdown.
Hampshire's pass is complete. Greg Smiley for the Orville touchdown.
And Greg Smiley is the recipient of that pass, and a touchdown from quarterback Sawyer Hampshire. So the Red Riders strike first.
Yep, sprinted out into the boundary to the single receiver side. The receiver ran a short out cut about halfway through the end zone. Well-delivered ball, and Orville has spoken. With that possession, and took a bunch of time off the clock to do it. 7:18 left in the quarter. Well done by Orville.
Caleb Waite gonna put the extra point up, and he's got it.
It is up and good.
So, with 7:18 to go here in the first quarter, Orville has struck first. The Red Riders lead it 7-0. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Happy Sardaversary with Sarda rider Leanne. We're celebrating 25 years with our valued riders.
I think you're doing everything right, but I think of, when I think of Sarda, I think of independence because I can't drive. And so this lets me go wherever I want, when I need to go, and I get to take my grandkids with me. I guess I would say one word, awesome.
Thanks to all our riders as we celebrate Sarda 25 at Sarda.
Orville with the early score, and now they will kick it off to the Indians. Musleave and Kraft are back for Northwest. This young man has got quite a leg from what we understand. And this one's going to be an onside kick, and they recover it. Did it go far enough? I believe it did. And Orville has taken the football. Everybody, including me, Coach, was waiting for that thing to go through the goalpost. And what did Waite do? He just squibbed it and recovered it himself.
I must have been the only guy in the stadium that expected that. I wish I could say that.
You're from Orville, that's why.
That's why, yeah. Well, they mean business tonight. They took the ball on the opening, on the coin toss, and marched down the field and scored, got an early lead, and then the onside kick and recover well. You can tell they practiced it, and they well executed it.
Yep. Well, it certainly went the necessary distance, and a great job there by Caleb to jump on it. And now they have it 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. And now we've got an end around. Looked like he was going to try to throw the football, but Northwest did not think so. Brady Finn said, no, I'm going to take care of that right now.
That's a compliment to the jet sweep action that they've already demonstrated. They handed off to the back on what appeared to be the jet sweep, but yeah, he immediately took the ball to the right shoulder. He wanted to throw deep to one of the three guys in the pattern.
So they lost all the way back 9 yards to the 46-yard line, their own 46 this time. And here is a rollout and a throw and a nice catch at the 42-yard line. Coming up with the reception is Allen with the reception. Dakota Allen, a sophomore, with the catch. Coach, you've got that Orville scoring drive.
Yes, Orville, 13 plays, 58 total yards, time of possession 4:42. 5-yard touchdown pass from Hampshire to Smiley. Extra point good. Orville has the early lead, 7-0.
There's Breedy with the carry. Got a couple yards there to the 40-yard line. So brings up a 4th down. Last time they went under center and pushed it forward for about 3 yards. This one's a little further. It's 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't know that they would attempt that in this down distance.
Plenty of time.
Changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
Now there's a slant and in and out of the hands of Greg Smiley. That's a tough catch.
Well, he's been high a couple times, and again, Smiley had to leave his feet, extend his arms, and about the same time the ball arrived, the defender arrived, and he couldn't hang on for the connection, and turns the ball over. Northwest has the football.
Well, and Orville got an extra possession out of this. If anything, they had another opportunity, and credit Northwest for the defense that time.
Northwest going to snap the ball in the first quarter for the first time with 5:32 left.
That was just 5:32, and you're right. There's Satterfield, and boy, oh boy, he just runs over people. Connor Satterfield, a huge gain there on first down. Give him about 7 or 8. It'll bring up second down now and 2.
Want to look at that again. I believe that was just a power play. Northwest is in a gun set with back to the right, back to the left.
There's a handoff. That is Kraft. And Kraft picks up the first down and gets thrown out of bounds. So 2 runs and a first down for Northwest.
Well, we've seen both Lightning and Thunder.
Yep.
2 different ball carriers. Good result. First down in 2 plays.
Ball's at the 48-yard line now of Orville.
Orville's playing a 4-man front. 3 backers in the box and a safety coming in off the side.
There's Satterfield, and Satterfield with another nice gain, 5 yards. And, you know, when we saw him a couple weeks ago at Fairless, it seemed like every single time he carried the football, it was a minimum of 5 yards. And, you know, it's like you just can run him a couple times and get a first down.
He carries tacklers, he pushes the pile, and I've only seen him with 2 carries, but his style is pretty obvious.
Yeah, he very rarely will lose yardage. He's one of those downhill runners, as they say. Here is the compliment. That is Kraft, and Kraft has some running room, gets tripped up and knocked out of bounds after he got the first down, all the way down to the 26-yard line. Goes Parker Kraft.
Orville's answer to this vaunted running game by Northwest is to play basically an 8-man front. They're manning up with a free safety. Northwest pulled the backside guard and tackle, and that's a power play.
We'll check in with Derek here in a minute. There's Satterfield. Look at him bounce out. He's got running room. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Connor Satterfield. 26 yards. That's a nice answer.
Yeah, it is, in 1 minute and 32 seconds.
Yeah.
All on the ground.
Well, we said we'd check in with Derek after the play, and while they get ready for the kick, Derek, I know that had to be impressive down there to watch.
Yeah, guys, awesome Satterfield. You know, you talked about them running power as we look at the kick here. Kick is up and good, but they ran that.
4 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and the score is tied at 7.
All right, Derek, thank you so much. We kind of broke up a little bit there, but yeah, I think that is something to watch there between Satterfield and Kraft. They are exciting. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this. We are tied at 7.
Saturday Morning Huddle with Kenny Rhoda, Billy Beebe, and the WHBC sports team.
Yeah, hey, thanks for your support all the time. I said it last night, but again, you guys do an awesome job. This show is awesome, and again, I'm glad you guys are doing this for high school sports. This is a really great job. Thank you, guys.
Catch us live on the WHBC Facebook page, the WHBC YouTube channel, and WHBC.com. WHBC Sports. It's more than just the game.
Are you looking for something different? At Friends and Family Credit Union, our success is defined by you. Our goal is to improve your financial needs and better your lifestyle. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Our friendly staff is fully committed to serving over 11,000 of its members.
What are you waiting for? Stop into one of our locations today and become a friend of the family.
Welcome back here to Smiley Stadium, and a couple of touchdowns back and forth. Here is the kickoff as this one is going to stay in bounds, and Smiley had to pick it up, make something out of nothing, and there he goes. Look at Smiley. Greg Smiley down the sideline, has some running room, and finally gets pushed out of bounds. Flags go flying. It might be a face mask there at the end, Coach, but Greg Smiley, I think he thought the ball was going to go out of bounds, and then last minute he said, I got to pick it up.
Yep.
So let's see what the call is. Most likely it's going to be a face mask. Yep.
Well, he didn't need a blocker.
No.
He didn't need a blocker. He was beyond everybody except, the tackler who had more speed than he did, and he caught him from behind. Orville handled well the pooch kick by Northwest to open the game. Didn't handle that well, and yet they get a pretty good result.
Yep. Well, they got it all the way down to the 25, but they're going to move it all the way back to the 40 now.
So it's not a face mask.
Oh, it wasn't? I thought it was.
Well, they're moving Orville back. So did he have the face mask of the
tackler?
Oh,
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, offense must have been offensive. It was a personal foul, so yeah. After this play, we'll check in, get that scoring drive. Oh, here's a fumble in the backfield and a turnover, and the Indians fall on the football. Great job there. And that is number 45, Brady Finn. Boy, we mentioned Brady a couple times here tonight, and Finn comes up big with the turnover.
Yeah, missed connection between quarterback Hampshire and wideout running back Ethan Breed. Don't know whether the quarterback wanted to keep it and couldn't, or if he was trying to give the ball to the back and the back didn't expect it. Power again.
Pappas hands it off. Satterfield, running room, down the middle. He's gone. Goodbye. "57 yards. And Connor Satterfield puts the Indians on top. And you see there on our Maslin Cable replay,
I think that was Kraft that ran it.
That was the littler fella.
Was it? Okay.
And that was Parker Kraft.
So Parker Kraft puts the Indians on top, 14-7. 3:31 to go here in the first. We'll keep it right here, Tom. I know you've got the scoring drive from.
I got two scoring
two of them here
to
for the first
yes.
Northwest score, so we'll let you do that one.
Okay, Northwest's first
AultCare,
score.
we care about your
5
well-being
plays in a minute 32 seconds. Total yard 60. 26-yard run by Satterfield. The extra point was good, and that tied the game at 7-7.
All right, and we'll get you the second one here. That was Parker Kraft, and Parker went 57 yards on his score.
There are various versions of power. In Northwest version is to pull the backside guard and the backside tackle. The front side blocks down. They pull the backside guard and tackle the lead, kick out. And it doesn't matter whether it's Satterfield or Kraft carrying the ball.
Yep.
That's what they got going on from the people up front, and they're putting on a clinic right now with that. That's what they got going on from the people up front, and they're putting on a clinic right now with that blocking scheme.
Number 21, Ben Shawns.
So Northwest getting ready to tee it up, and
Number 12, Ethan
it's been a scoring fest here.
Kicker's actually aiming it to kick from right to left.
Right.
Ball's near the far right hash.
I got you.
They do a couple of fake, I guess, attempts to the ball just to see if they can catch Orville sleeping, but they're not going to fall for it. And here is an onside kick taken at the 50. Let's see, did Orville get it? Or did Northwest? They unpile them and they say Orville has the football.
That's actually well done by Orville. The ball might not have traveled 10 yards, but when it's rolling slowly like that, you have to go get it.
Right.
And he did. Second scoring drive for Northwest, one play, 57 yards, took all of 12 seconds. 57-yard TD run by Kraft, and Northwest has the early lead 14-7. Orville with the ball.
We've had 21 points put up on the board here in the first quarter of play. We still have 3:27 to go. So Orville now with the football. Hampshire going to put Smiley in motion. Fakes it to him this time. And Hampshire, nice pick up there. Close to a first down.
That's that quarterback keep off the jet action.
Picks up 10 and the first down.
As the back went in motion, Northwest deploying 4 linebackers or 4 guys at the second level. They move in the direction of the motion, and the quarterback kept it and ran behind some of the backers. They actually moved themselves out of the play.
All right.
Again, Northwest with a 3-man front, but 4 backers very active with those 3 men ahead of them.
Going to go 4 receivers now in the pattern. Going to put Smiley in motion, fake it to him, and that time Hampshire fooled nobody. As, guess who? Brady Finn there again. Brady Finn from that defensive tackle position has 3 big plays here in this first quarter. One of those, a fumble recovery.
Right.
Second down and 9. Hampshire looking, has time. Oh, he's going to run out of time, but he gets away. Now he's just going to have to throw it, and underthrows the receiver. He was looking for Brady there, but good pressure put on by Northwest.
Yeah, what they wanted to do was throw an out and up, and the Northwest defender didn't bite on the pump fake on the out part of the route, and he got pressure. He was intending to throw left, but he scrambled back to his right and threw the ball away because it was the best outcome possible.
There it is on our Massillon Cable replay. So Hampshire now 3rd and 9. And he's got a receiver at the 30 and a great catch. Pickup of a first down. That is McDuffie, the sophomore.
Orville has had some success sprinting out to the left. It's a right-handed quarterback, and that takes more reps in practice, to sprint out and throw left as a right-hander.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but he obviously can do it well. Hampshire's got several connections on that sprint out and throw to the left, including the touchdown.
Going to go stacks of receivers on the near and the far side. And Brady nowhere to go. Great defense again from Northwest. And every time a big play, it's always around Brady Finn, who comes up and makes a stop.
They had great penetration on every negative play. Great penetration, which essentially kills a run play before it even has a chance to begin.
Second down and 12 after this play. We'll check in with Derek Faiello down on the sidelines.
Set.
Trips on the near side. There's a pass. Oh boy. And I tell you what, Chase Badger was ready to take that about 70 yards for the score.
Orville's fortunate. They had a fade by the outside receiver and a flat by the inside receiver. The fade was actually open.
Yeah.
But there were 2 players defending the flat, and nobody was defending the fade.
Let's check in downstairs with our sideline guy, brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union, Derek Faiello. Go ahead, D.
Speaking of what Coach was just saying, I think they're trying to set up that fade with these deep outs, and we keep seeing them left and right. Keep an eye on those fade down the hashes.
There's a nice catch, and out of bounds inside the 20-yard line goes Greg Smiley.
Sprint left, connection to Smiley.
Yep.
They've done that well tonight, and in their run game, it's something off of the jet sweep. Whether you give the ball on the jet, quarterback keeps it. We've even seen a pass attempt from that.
Yeah.
But they're very effective, rolling left and throwing the ball.
I want to remind everybody, stick around halftime. Derek has some good interviews for us. Here's Breedy, going to go left side this time. Not much running room there, gets tripped up. I think Satterfield came in from that linebacker position, stopped him or tripped him up in the backfield a little bit.
Got some laundry.
Uh-oh. Got a hold.
Holding is the penalty card against Orville.
Derek, you've got, I know you were gathering some folks there at halftime, or for halftime. I know you've got the boys, girls.
Yeah, I got my buddy Kevin Lauer is the head girls coach here.
Yep.
Took the girls squad down to state last year, and I talked with one of the assistants from the boys program, which his brother is the head coach, Mike Lauer. So
Yeah.
I talked to one of their assistants, Mac Farrell.
Okay, yep. I called a few of those girls' games last year. They had an incredible team, and he does a great job. And the boys, too. I know we've done a few of their games as well. There is a pass, incomplete. Smiley, coach just looked like he just took his eyes off of it.
Yeah, he was trying to run without
the football,
securing the catch. Yeah, yep. He's made more difficult catches tonight than that.
While we have a little bit of a break here in the action, I want to thank the folks at Your Table Cafe and Gathering, or Catering, I should say. At Your Table Cafe and Catering. What a great spread they had for us here tonight. They are local here in Canal Fulton on Towpath Avenue. Great food, chicken. We had some green beans, some potatoes. Thank you so much to those fine folks for providing our pregame meal.
Got it.
Here is a pass, incomplete. And looking for a flag, but not getting it, is McDuffie.
Northwest is playing two deep safeties, and they're aligned wide because Orville's aligned in a 2-by-2. They put a guy in motion, and he split the two safeties. It was open well before the ball was thrown, and it was a little bit high, and they missed a connection. But that was well thought out by Orville, and just a tad more execution, and it could have been a touchdown.
Oh. Lights just went off. There's a handoff with some, that is going to be Hampshire. He kept the football all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Sawyer Hampshire doesn't go down at first contact either.
And that's going to bring up a fourth down, though.
Field goal unit.
There comes the field goal unit, and Caleb Wade, I should say, is very capable. It's going to be set up at the 22. It'll be a 32-yard field goal. And Wade gets the leg into this one, and he splits the uprights. With no time left on the clock here in the first quarter. So we have played one, and Orville put some points on the board at the end of the first quarter. Northwest 14 and Orville 10. We'll be back after these timeouts.
At AultCare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, AultCare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. AultCare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
It's Kenny and JT.
Can you lose one game and still play for a national championship? Yes.
No, not necessarily. You cannot lose a game in your division of the Big Ten.
He's got an opinion, and he has got an opinion. The Kenny and JT Show.
Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
One kicker a year, and
Right.
maybe not every year.
Yep. Back here at Smilik Stadium as we start quarter number 2. Just talking about Caleb Waite and the strong leg that he has, getting some looks here from some schools. So the Orville kicker is just a junior, coach, and that's saying something right now if you get some looks as a junior. Let's take a look at that Orville scoring drive.
Yeah, Orville had to overcome themselves on this last scoring drive. 11 plays, total of 36 yards following the good kick return. Time of possession 3:31, and it concluded with a 32-yard field goal by Caleb Waite. Northwest has a 4-point lead on Orville, 14-10.
14-10 as we start quarter number 2. Frank Cilona alongside Coach Thom McDaniels, Derek Faiello, our sideline reporter, Bob Jeffries, our statistician up here in the booth. There's a kick taken at about the 3-yard line. Musleave with it. And Musleave takes it out to about the 15-yard line. That's where Northwest will start their next offensive series.
I said prior to kickoff that I was interested to see, what and how Northwest intended to run the ball. Were they a zone scheme or their power scheme? Well, I know after one quarter that they're a power team.
Finally get a chance here to take a look at the starters for Northwest. Prexta, Garber, Sopteline, Tackett, and Kunkel across the front. It is Pappas, the quarterback. Satterfield is the running back. You'll see him back there. Nicky, Badger, Kraft is also running back, and Pennington. We've got a injury down on the field, and Coach, I don't know if that was from the kickoff. It must have been.
I didn't see it happen.
I never saw the young man go down. And Derek, I don't know if you see anything down there.
I did not.
Okay. We were getting ready for the offense. That's Musleave, too. The young man who ran the football got up and must have came back and taken a knee.
I'll tell you what, Frank. I don't know if it's what did they call it? The midges.
Yes.
At Cleveland Stadium. I think
they're
since Tito left,
they moved south.
I think they moved south. Seriously.
Yeah, you're right.
They're all up in me right now.
Well, we were doing our pregame, and I don't know how many times I almost swallowed one, and I'm looking at you guys as I'm talking. They were getting in my hair and in my face, and I tried not to make it look like they were there, but they were certainly there. No Jabba Chamberlain for me.
There you go.
Some people attract bugs, and I'm not one of them.
Must be the Italian olive oil.
I hear these people complaining all night long. And
Coach, we've got olive oil in our system. Bobby, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a great stat from the first quarter. In that quarter, Northwest only took 6 snaps.
Six in the
snaps
first quarter.
opposed to Orville took 27 snaps.
Oh, my goodness.
But in those 6 snaps, they gained 117 yards and
scored 2 touchdowns.
So.
time of possession is an overstated stat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Efficiency and effectiveness.
Yeah. Injured player's limping off. What appears to be a lower leg injury, and he's walking off, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, Joe Musleave is the injured player. There is a Satterfield running play with him, and I don't know if he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the best success Orville's had tonight against the power run offense in Northwest.
You know, guys, about that injury, I want to talk about that here in a second.
Yeah. All right. Get back down you here in a minute. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Here is Satterfield. And Satterfield again just gets back to the 15-yard line. He may have lost a yard. Derek, what'd you have for us?
I'm just totally speculating here. I don't know if it was a knee injury or what, but a contusion, But we talked at the beginning of the year with the officials, talking about the fact that keeping those pants down over the knee, and this kid's pants are above the knee.
Okay. I know they've been watching that a lot this year. Trips on the near side. Here's a throw. I think he got hit as he threw it, but the ball was caught and all the way out to the 30-yard line for a first down is number 17, and I had to get the glasses out that time, Coach, because that was hard to see as Landon Cross made the catch for the Indians.
Orville brought a backer from one of the guys involved in the 8-man front, and he was just a fraction of a second late because he did hit the quarterback upon the release.
Pappas going to throw again. Has a man wide open at the 45 and knocked out of bounds. A nice throw that time. Carson Nicky with the catch. And Nicky just kind of came across the field, Coach. No one picked him up.
Left to right. Those single digits are easier to read, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. You can see them there on our MCTV replay. Carson was lined up on the far side. And there he is, making the catch and picking up huge chunks of yards.
That's a high percentage route.
And here is Kraft. And Kraft gets it to about the 40, maybe inside the 40 to the 39.
Frankie, that must-leave injury is an ankle injury.
Okay.
They're taping him up.
All right, D. Hopefully he's all right. Get back in there. Gonna go double barrel in that backfield. Here is Kraft. And Kraft fumbles the football, and let's see who's got it. I think Orville thinks they do. Referees are saying nothing yet. I guess they're going to say Northwest recovered their own ball. So no turnover.
And they get a first down out of it.
They got a first down, you're right. So inside the 30 now to the 29-yard line. The 1st and 10 now for the Indians. Satterfield and Kraft in the backfield. Here is Kraft, has some running room. Breaks the tackle inside the 15 to the 10, and then gets it to about the 9-yard line. And Parker Kraft, nifty running there.
This is a Parker Kraft possession. I think he may have been the only ball carrier in this possession.
On this drive?
Yeah. That's we'll get the stats here in a second, but I think he's had consecutive carries.
And this time it is Satterfield, and he gets it to the 5, and a flag comes flying in.
Kind of a late flag, too.
Yeah, came from the back judge, so let's see what that's all about. Lengthy explanation for whatever it was. Now we got a face mask against Orville. So it's going to move them half the distance. It'll be close to the 2.5-yard line. See where they mark it officially at the 3. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 3.
This down and distance is made for Northwest offense.
Oh, yeah. Satterfield this time takes it into the end zone standing up. And with 9:09 to go here in the first half, Northwest has gotten back on the scoreboard. 3-yard touchdown run by Connor Satterfield. Nothing fancy there, Coach. Just kind of straight up blocking. And
no sooner did I say it was a Parker Kraft possession, and Connor Satterfield gets the next 2 carries and the touchdown. Team football.
Yep.
Northwest is missing a player on the extra point unit. He's running out late.
Here comes Landon. He's going to make it out there in time. So Shantz kick is up, and he squeaks it through. It is good with 9:09 to go here in the first half. Northwest has stretched their lead to 11. 21-10. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Around here, we like to cheer for the local team, and MCTV is here to connect you to the game. MCTV provides reliable high-speed internet and Wi-Fi. From checking scores online, to streaming games or watching replays, or even playing the game yourself, we've got the speed you need. Call today to add or upgrade internet service. We're connecting what matters most. MCTV. We go the extra smile.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Back here at Smiley Stadium, Frank Cilona along with Coach Thom McDaniels, Derek Faiello on the sideline. Bob Jeffries, our statistician, and talking about that drive here during the break. And it's the 1-2 punch of Satterfield and Kraft, and Thom will have that scoring drive for us here after the kickoff. They don't do anything too fancy. It's just kind of straightforward football.
They had a couple of key completions in that possession too, though.
Yep. There is a kickoff taken and still on his feet and going across midfield. A nice job there by Matthew Smotherman. And Smotherman that time takes it into Northwest territory and gives Orville pretty good field position to start this next drive.
That's right.
Coach, you got the scoring drive.
Yeah. The scoring drive for Northwest, 9 plays, 85 yards. Quickly, 2 minutes and 51 seconds, and a 3-yard TD run by Satterfield. Again, the extra point was good, and Northwest leads 21-10 over Orville.
Tomorrow morning, be sure to join Kenny Rhoda for the Saturday morning huddle. It goes live at 10 a.m. on 1480 WHBC YouTube channel. A recap of tonight's games with live interviews with coaches, players, highlights, stats. And again, it's live at 10 a.m. or on demand at YouTube. Here is a running play. That is Smiley, and Smiley going to pick up some yardage close to a first down, just short. And want to make sure that we welcome and thank our new sponsor for that Saturday morning huddle, Brockers Import Automotive. Serving the automotive needs of import, exotic, and domestic car owners since 1946. They're family-owned and operated and are located on Altman Road in North Canton. Thank you so much for supporting high school football. Hampshire going to keep it this time, picks up the first down, and keeps the chains moving for Orville.
He's elusive.
Yeah.
He's elusive, and he can carry people. Got a little burst. I know why they run him as much as they do.
He is that dual threat that we heard about coming into this ball game. He has certainly lived up to that.
At the Northwest 33-yard line.
He's one of only about 3 seniors that are on the starting offense for Orville.
Smiley. And plenty of room, close to a first down. See where they mark it. It'll be close at the 24. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 1. They need to get it just across the 24 to almost the 23-yard line, so very short.
Might be tempted to take a shot here, but the conservative approach would be to get the first down.
Yep. And you're right. They're going to take a shot, and they got it. Touchdown, Orville.
So much.
What a play. Breedy with the reception.
So much for the conservative approach.
I know the former quarterback down there on the field, Derek Faiello, would have just thrown that up, wouldn't you, D?
I'll tell you what, I love how they're using the hashes. I kind of alluded to it earlier, but he just ran right down the hashes and was wide open. Throw it up and go get it. Make the quarterback look good, you know?
I sniffed a little something. I didn't get it exactly right.
So Orville.
2nd and 1's a good time to
It
do
is
that.
always good. They're going to move it over here to this hash, and they're going to go for 2. Hampshire going to roll this time. Looks. Oh, he's got some pressure and a nice job.
I'll tell you what, guys, the whole coaching staff from Northwest is over here yelling, quarterback run right, quarterback run right. They knew that.
Well, Connor Satterfield snuffed it out, too. He was right there making the plays you see here on our MCTV replay. You can see him get in there. You know what's so funny is when you watch this on the TV screen, those numbers stand out. When you're watching it live here, it looks like it's just like a red jersey.
If it was a light gray.
Yeah.
And that's what you called it. But if it was a light gray, we could read them. I think it's a dark gray.
Yeah, I could call it off the TV screen, but I'd be behind on everything. So.
Well, if the Northwest coaches were calling it out, then they've done a good job of scouting and had an anticipation that that was going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, the Buckeyes are off this weekend, but the Browns, they're at home again, this time to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Pregame is at 11:30 and kickoff is at 1 o'clock on Sunday. All on 1480 WHBC. And then also I want to remind everybody about the Giannino's Pizza Parlay with Kenny and JT. Every week you can play and win. You follow their weekly parlay or prop bet for your chance to win $25 gift card to Giannino's Pizza, NFL, college, or who knows what the bet will be. The Giannino's Pizza Parlay with Kenny and JT. Here is the kickoff, high, going to be taken by Kraft. And Kraft has a little bit of running room across the 25 to about the 27-yard line, and that's where Northwest will start on their next series. And the Indians enjoying a 21-16 lead.
Orville's taken advantage of great field position in 2 of their scoring drives. This one was a 4-play drive, only 45 yards. Time of possession 122. 24-yard TD pass from Hampshire to Breed. 2-point conversion failed. Northwest has a 5-point lead, 21-16.
So here's Kraft. And Kraft tripped up across the 30, gets to about the 32-yard line.
Frank, you got a few scores here.
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Green's up 28-0 against Louisville in the second quarter. West Branch up big, 35-0 over Marlington right now. And Manchester, a Pac-7 battle, up 13-0 versus Tuslaw.
Wow. There is Satterfield. Almost got the first down. He's real close. Let's see where they mark him down. Might be just 3rd and short here.
Yeah, the FAR official has it marked just a little bit short of the mark. Nope.
No, they're going to say first down. Wow. Coach, your McKinley Bulldogs looking good. 16-7 over Lake. Here is Satterfield. And Satterfield that time got stopped in the backfield. Good defensive play there by Beckler. Taylon Beckler from Orville making the stop.
It's interesting to me how determined Northwest is to run the ball against what is basically an 8-man front.
Yeah.
Orville's corners are in soft man coverage.
There's a pass play, and that one might have been juggled out of bounds. Nope, no catch. Good call that time.
You know, the numbers don't favor you when you've got 5 and they've got 8.
Yeah.
But you know, numbers go out the window.
Yeah, Landon Cross was the intended. Pappas going to throw, has a man short of the first down. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This is tempting.
That was Badger with the catch, and yeah, you're right, Coach. What do you do here? No hesitation.
None. The punt team is staying on the sideline.
It's a lonely job. There
Power
is Satterfield, and he just bulldozes his way. He got 4 yards instead of the 1.
First down, Northwest.
Bet you can't guess what they ran. An unexpected and a surprise to take the ball wide to the left into the boundary for a good gain.
Yep.
Got Orville concentrating on the tackle-to-tackle stuff, and they sneak a little wide sweep in there.
And they're going to stick with Satterfield up the middle. Satterfield's breaking tackles. Satterfield inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, and Connor Satterfield is just a bulldozer when it comes to running the football.
And there are Orville Red Riders laying in his wake.
He's just running them over. Well, it's first and goal at the 4. And Coach, I don't think too many people in the house don't know who's getting the football. And there he is, Connor Satterfield. Got it to about the 1. And what's the saying? You dance with the date that brought you? I think you're going to see Connor Satterfield again.
You dance with the date that brought you. I got to write that down.
I think he made that up.
There's Satterfield, and into the end zone, touchdown.
Not to be denied.
Boy, is he fun to watch. Connor Satterfield, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Is that right, Bob? Yeah, that's what I thought. 4:23 to go here in the first half. And Northwest has put 27 on the board, looking for 28 here from Ben Chance.
Connor Satterfield is a get on at 7 and get off at 9 guy because he's the middle back for 2.
Yep, the extra point is up and good with 4:23 to go here in the first half. And the Indians have stretched their lead to 12. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Get your day started with Pam Cook. She's like your own personal smartphone, and she's fully charged. We're hands-free, news and information. 1480 WHBC.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business. And you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
Back here at Northwest, the Indians have put on a clinic here in the first half on running the football, and Connor Satterfield has scored 3 touchdowns for Northwest as they enjoy a 12-point lead. And, Coach, you've got that scoring drive.
Yeah, this time it was 10 plays for Northwest, taking 3 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock. 73 total yards, 1-yard TD run by Satterfield. Again, the extra point was good. Have been all night long. Northwest 28, Orville 16.
So Chance has it teed up. And this one is going to be a short kick at the 22. Breedy has it, and he just runs out of bounds there. That's where Orville will start their next possession. Boy, some eyebrow raisers here as far as scores tonight. West Branch 42-0 over Marlington right now. Manchester leads Tuslaw 13-0. CVCA leads Fairless 7-0. McKinley leads Lake 23-7. So the Bulldogs got their offense going tonight. And
all those in the second quarter still?
Yeah. You've got Perry leading Hoover 21-17. And Canton South, boy, they continue to roll 28-7 over Triway.
Go Cats.
Yep.
We could get to halftime sooner than anybody, you know, at the
We
pace
could.
of this game.
Well, Orville now with the offense on the field. They're going to go with 4 receivers in the pattern, 3 on the far side, 1 on the near. I put a man in motion. That's Breedy. And that one got broken up, and a pass just gets thrown and short, almost intercepted, but we've got flags. I don't know if they blew this one dead or not.
I don't know. I couldn't hear the whistle. I think the play was doomed to fail.
Yeah.
From the beginning. I can't
think
tell which player it
illegal
was.
shift, illegal motion.
Yeah, they got illegal shift on Orville. It's probably the best thing that could happen to Orville because it looked like Hampshire was going to go down about 15 yards back. So
Northwest had deep,
Yeah.
instant penetration.
So the ball's going to be marked at the 26, so it's a 5-yard penalty.
Then they must have killed the play.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't do that.
Right.
You would deny the penalty if you had a choice.
Right.
And it was an early flag. That makes sense.
Clock stopped, 4:14 to go in the first half, and I don't know if Coach Zerker is trying to get an explanation as to what happened there, but I think they finally.
I'd be delighted with a 5-yard penalty rather
I would
than
too.
a loss.
Yeah. All right, here we go again. Going to be 2 receivers here on the near side. And Hampshire going to throw it, and this one over the top of Greg Smiley. Greg Smiley may have stopped running there.
He did. He did. Keep running. Keep running. We tell him if he can't get it to you, no matter how deep you are, that's on him.
Right.
Keep running.
Yeah.
He had a step on the defender.
Yeah. And it ended up overthrowing him anyway.
Correct.
So a second down now and 15 for Orville. Clock stopped at 4:06, and Northwest trying to come up with a big defensive stand here.
Northwest continuing to leave the middle of the field wide open.
Here's Hampshire going to throw, and that one off the hands of the receiver. That is D'Alessandro.
I think pass interference. I don't know. There was a flag.
Is there a flag? I didn't see it.
No, maybe they picked it up.
No flag. All right.
Sorry about that, boys.
That's all right. Your eyes are probably better than mine. I didn't see it.
There was a flag. I don't know what they're calling, though. Oh, intentional ground. No.
They're marking it off.
Oh, they're roughing the passer. There we go. All right.
My eyes left the quarterback once it was airborne.
Yeah.
You know, the ball was airborne. I didn't see that. I know he was under duress.
Maybe, I don't know if we have a chance to see it here. Maybe after this play, I don't know if we have it or not, but nevertheless, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Here is a fake, and Hampshire gonna take it.
Tripped up by number 26, A.J. Sandoval. Gain of 2.
Northwest got a player limping off. Kind of looks like a cramp. Perhaps he's already been replaced. Can't see his number. He's behind a whole bunch of players.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So
now we've got
stoppage of play.
Stoppage, yeah. He's still on the sidelines there.
Yeah.
We do have that roughing call here, Coach. Maybe we can take a look at it. You can see Hampshire right there. He rolls out, and then, yeah, he got hit after he threw the football to the head.
Yep, hit high. Yep.
Good job that time by our camera folks.
Caller at 330-933-3165.
So a timeout down on the field. Derek, while we have a chance, the play down there on the roughing the passer, I don't know if there was any discussion as far as maybe anything to the head or anything like that. I know they're watching that a lot nowadays.
No, there was no discussion. I saw the play as you did. I was kind of looking down the field a little bit. I did see, at the very end, but I didn't see anything to the head.
Okay.
It was late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it was head contact, it was more like a push, and it was a high push, so it made it seem like it, but it was a late hit.
Glen Oak leads Jackson 21-16. That is our stream game tonight with Bill Morgan. We stole Derek from him tonight, so we want to thank Bill for. He had to go solo tonight.
That can't be easy.
No.
He's got plenty to say. He does a good job.
He does. There's a pass looking down the middle, has a man, and a nice catch that time by D'Alessandro. And D'Alessandro takes it all the way down to the 22-yard line of Northwest.
Now that's an Orville name, and I know his mom and dad.
D'Alessandro?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
From the neighborhood.
A lot of D'Alessandros that were good football players for Orville.
36 yards.
And that's, they attack the weakness of Northwest secondary. Again, look at the two safeties. Split far apart, middle field is wide open.
Yep. 36 on the catch, Bob tells us. Here's Hampshire going to keep it. He had fumbled the football, and he got it to the 19-yard line.
I think it was a low snap.
Yeah,
low and left. He got something from nothing.
Here's a look at it. Yep.
Did he just mishandle it, or?
Yeah, it was low.
Second down and 7.
You're going to be in the gun. That's an all-important guy. That's center. He needs to be 100% accurate, or you can't be in the gun.
Second down and 7. Clock at 2:31 and counting here in the second quarter of play. Man in motion, but he's going to go deep, and he got bumped. Yep. D'Alessandro got bumped, and they're going to call pass interference, and that's a good call.
Yep. Blatant.
Ball was in the air. Here's a look at it on our MCTV replay. Right there. Yep. Impeding his progress to the football.
And really unnecessary. The ball was high and beyond the receiver, a little bit behind him too, maybe.
Yeah. There's the call. So that will move it inside the 10-yard line to about the 9.
Is called against the Indians.
So first and 10, or first and goal, I should say, from the 9.
At the Northwest 9-yard line.
You don't like to be here.
Nope, they are inside the Sarchone Auto Group red zone. There's a handoff to Smiley, and look at Smiley making his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 9 yards for Greg Smiley.
That's one way to handle first and goal on the 9.
So Orville looking to the sideline. They're going to go for 2. 28-22 is our score. And
see, when they went for it the last time, I wouldn't have done that.
You wouldn't have gone for it, or
no?
I'd
have kicked it.
Oh, okay.
I'd have kicked it. It's too early at that particular point in time to try to. Yeah. They got a 3 instead of a touchdown, and so they're trying to make that a 5.
Yeah.
And I'd have kicked it. And you never like to chase, a failed extra point attempt. You never like to chase it in the first half.
Right.
You got to chase it somewhere in the second half.
Yeah. Well, they're going to talk about it. Timeout down on the field, and gives me an opportunity to tell you about Mum's the Word. Fall is back, and so is the Mum's the Word Cash Contest, brought to you by Rohr's Nursery and Garden Center. Your chance to win $2,000 a day. Wow. And one lucky winner will get a $25 gift card to Roars. You can pick up your fall mums listen for the winning word 10 times a day and enter at WHBC.com. We'll announce the winner at Roar and of the winner of the Roars gift card daily. Contest runs Monday through October 20th. I had to take a look at that again. That's your chance to win $2,000 a day. Wow. That's a good one. So now we're going to spread them out. 4 receivers on the far side.
Unbalanced quads to the right.
And one-on-one up the middle, and a nice throw. And Brady with the 2-point conversion.
They attack the middle of the field again.
Yeah.
You know, it's there, it's available. Say what you want about Northwest, but Orville isn't keeping perfect pace, but they're keeping up with them.
Oh, they're in it.
They're back to just the 4-point difference, when they kick the field goal rather than scoring a touchdown. So give them credit.
2:19 to go here, first half. 28-24 is our score. We'll be back after these timeouts.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business. And you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
At Friends and Family Credit Union, you, the members, are the owners. Our friendly staff serves over 11,000 members, assisting with their financial needs and bettering their lifestyles.
Hi, I'm Gina, President and CEO of Friends and Family Credit Union, where we provide loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County.
Are you looking for something different? Stop in today to become a friend of the family.
Back here at Smiley Stadium, another pooch kick. That one taken, and Northwest was able to recover. And that's, it's for less of better terminology, I guess, an onside kick. They kick it up, pop it up for about 10, 12 yards, and Northwest did a nice job there. That's gutsy when you got to jump up there and catch that one.
Well, they've already had an onside kick that was successful. The intent is to pooch it to a guy that doesn't handle the football a whole lot.
Right.
Scoring drive, Orville went 6 plays and 69 yards, took 2:04 off the clock to do it. 9-yard touchdown run by Smiley. 2-point conversion, pass good.
There's a pass and caught, taken all the way to midfield. Nice job there by Tristan Pennington for the Indians.
To conclude that scoring summary, Orville trails 28-24 with 1:59 and running.
3 receivers on the far side, 1 near side. There is a pass, a nice sharp pass and a run, and all the way down to the 10-yard line. A little horse collaring there. That is Badger. And Chase Badger with the reception, and going to tack on a little half the distance here after the play. See it right there.
Yeah, that's a scary penalty. That didn't used to be illegal. Terrell Owens is the one that brought that kind of tackle to everybody's attention. And from the NFL on down, it's illegal now.
So that'll move them to about the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5 for Northwest. So they're not messing around. They're scoring quickly tonight. Waiting for the play call. Once again, I want to thank the folks here at Northwest, the hospitality that they've shown us. Little pregame meal tonight was fantastic. Eat your heart out, Kenny Rhoda. I don't know where if they're getting any food tonight, but that's not going to be as good as ours. There's a handoff to Satterfield. Satterfield, boy, made it look easy. His 4th touchdown of the first half for Connor Satterfield.
Very patient run. I said this earlier. It's interesting to me because Northwest doesn't employ tight ends, so they got 5 offensive linemen dealing with an 8-man front. But I neglected to mention that the other back is a blocker too. They take turns blocking for each other, so it's actually 6 against 8. But that's remarkable success with a disadvantage in numbers.
Extra point is up, and the extra point is good, and it's 35-24. We've had 59 points scored here in the first half. Minute 20 to go. We'll be back.
Saturday Morning Huddle with Kenny Rhoda, Billy Beebe, and the WHBC sports team.
Yeah, hey, thanks for your support all the time. I said it last night, but again, you guys do an awesome job. This show is awesome, and again, I'm glad you guys are doing this for high school sports. This is a really great job. Thank you, guys.
Catch us live on the WHBC Facebook page, the WHBC YouTube channel, and WHBC.com. WHBC Sports. It's more than just the game.
Back here at Smiley Stadium, 59 points in the first half of play put on between these two teams. 35-24 is our score. And Thom, right after this kickoff, we'll have our 9th score recap of the first half. And here is a kick taken at about the 15-yard line. Breedy is going to take it across the 25 to the 30 and got out to about the 34-yard line. And with our 9th score recap brought to you by Sarda. What do you got for us, Coach?
This was lightning. 3 plays, 56 yards in 59 seconds. Time of possession. 5-yard TD run by Satterfield. Extra point. Good again. Northwest 35, Orville 24.
It was lightning, but scored by Thunder.
Yeah.
Minute 12 to go here in the first half. And we've got some points put on the board tonight. A lot of high-scoring games out there as I take a look.
Northwest is defending the middle of the field now.
And that time the throw wasn't there, but how about this? Quarterback Hampshire
penalty
has some running room, and then he's finally pushed out of bounds. We got flags everywhere.
It's a blindside block.
Let's take a look here on our MCTV replay.
Yes, Smiley is guilty of the infraction.
And it comes up right.
It's nice improvisation.
You see it here,
by
right?
Hampshire. It'll be out of the picture.
A little bit farther
probably.
down, yeah.
There it is.
There it is, yep. Yep. So under a minute to go here in the first quarter. That's going to push them back. Or first half, I should say, not the first quarter. Going to go back to about the 45-yard line. Sandy Valley trails Ridgewood 20-7. That game down in West Lafayette tonight. Tough place to go play. There's a pass play to Smiley and snuffed out nicely by the Indians.
Orville was in a 2-by-2 formation, one back in the backfield. They motioned the back to the left to the wide side of the field and then threw back into the boundary to Smiley. He's sort of been their big play guy.
Yeah. Colin Smith was the young man who came up, made the tackle, and Northwest takes a timeout. So timeout on the field, 52 seconds. Catch you up on some other scores here. Don't forget to stick around, though. At halftime, Derek has some really good interviews for you as he caught up with some of the coaches from the girls and boys basketball teams here at Northwest. And he'll have that for you at halftime. We'll have scores, highlights, analysis of this one as well. Southeast has taken a 14-8 lead over St. Thomas Aquinas. Glen Oak still leads Jackson 21-16. A little bit of a surprise there.
Middle of the field open.
Got 5 receivers in the pattern. And Hampshire going to throw it out of bounds. Didn't seem like they even looked down the middle that time. No. So it's going to bring up a third down now in 10. Clock stopped, 46 seconds.
I would think that the last thing Orville wants to do is to turn the ball over, with any time in the second quarter.
You're watching the AultCare YouTube TV Game of the Week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free, and you'll be notified when we add new content. There's a pass caught.
First down.
At the 44, and that is enough for the first down. And a great catch that time by Trent Rice.
On that snap, Orville had quads, 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 4 to the wide side of the field. Quarterback sprinted out left, and he's been successful doing it and getting a lot of completions. Good
big
for first down.
Yeah, big first down there. Trips on the near side. Here is a pass. Knees are down at the 38-yard line for Rice. Or, I'm sorry, Trent Rowe. I'm sorry. So 23-second. Orville's going to take a timeout.
Sure, they were hoping to get a catch and get out of bounds. But the ball was low, and the receiver had to go down to a knee to catch it.
Hey, the 12th annual food fight gets underway next week to benefit the Stark County Hunger Task Force. Donate non-perishable food items in the name of McKinley or Massillon. Thanks to the Hall of Fame Village for joining the fight this year as a community partner and drop-off location, plus the folks at Friends and Family Credit Union, Bueller's in Massillon, Oakwood Square Plaza, and Levine's. And drop-off at the WHBC studios as well. More at WHBC.com, Mix941.com, and WHBCSports.com. The winner will be announced at the big game on October 21st. You'll be with us that day.
How about that?
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
There's Hampshire, going to let it fly, and we've got flags.
It wasn't a vicious hit, but it was unnecessary and a little bit late. The ball was already beyond the receiver.
There's a look at it. Oh, it was tipped.
Yeah, that's what the coaches are saying down
tipped.
here. If it's tipped.
Well, I don't think they're calling interference.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
Oh,
I think they're calling unsportsmanlike or late hit. We don't have a mic on the referee, do we? Yeah.
Unnecessary roughness. There you go.
That's how I saw it.
Okay. All right. Brings up a, what is that, 2nd and 6?
Quads to the right, wide side of the field.
No, it should be a 1st and 10. Yeah, 1st and 10. There's that quad formation, as Coach said. And a nice job there. Coming in and causing a incompletion. Boy, Northwest is saying that was a fumble. But they're going to say an incompletion now. Let's see. You're going to talk about it. Derek, you're right there. What'd you see?
I personally thought it was intentional grounding. I don't know if it was or not, but that's what the Coach DeMarco and the guys are thinking over here.
All right.
Colin Smith for Northwest had a finishing hit on Hampshire, the quarterback, and that's 6 foot 270. Probably took a timeout so the quarterback could gather himself as much as anything else.
Yep. So Hampshire now in the shotgun, going to go quads again to the right. Hampshire going to roll. Going to throw.
He's got it.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Breedy.
They won't go away.
Touchdown, Orville. Pass complete to number 87.
No, that was D'Alessandro. So Landon with the reception in the end zone for the score. And you're right, Coach. They will not go away.
No. It's D'Alessandro.
Oh, is it D'Alessandro?
You're adding an I, to the vowel at the end of the word there.
All right, D'Alessandro.
We don't want to upset those people.
I don't want anybody from Orville mad. All right, the extra point is good. 35-31 is our score. 4 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll be back.
Around here, we like to cheer for the local team, and MCTV is here to connect you to the game. MCTV provides reliable high-speed internet and Wi-Fi. From checking scores online, to streaming games or watching replays, or even playing the game yourself, we've got the speed you need. Call today to add or upgrade internet service. We're connecting what matters most. MCTV. We go the extra smile.
Mix 94.1.
The most music and the most fun in the morning.
Dave and Jimmy. Weekday morning, 6 till 10. Canton's Mix 94.1.
Back here at Northwest, and Landon D'Alessandro gets the Red Riders back into this one. I said it right, didn't I?
You got it.
All right. 4 seconds to go in the first half, and we've got 66 points on the board.
You're the only time I ever correct you because I know the family.
They're going to be mad at you if you don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. There's a squib kick and falling on at the 35-yard line, and that's where the half will end. You want to do that real quick?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up with the scoring drive brought to you by Sarda.
Scoring drive took 1 minute and 16 seconds, 5 plays, 65 total yards. Orville overcame a penalty, major penalty, 24-yard TD pass from Hampshire to D'Alessandro. Extra point good, and they keep pace. They traded a field goal for a touchdown. They're still down 4, 35-31.
All right,
Impressive.
Coach. We have a minute here before we take it to halftime, and I guess 66 points in the first half. That's pretty impressive for a ball game, let alone first half of play.
That's a halftime basketball score, right?
It is a halftime basketball score. It might be a Federal League final score, the way they keep it low in the Fed. But your thoughts, though, on that?
You're talking basketball, right? Okay, I'm glad you said that. Again, we've been made fully aware of how well Northwest could run the football, and that's undeniable. But we've got an Orville team that's pretty young, very few seniors in the starting offense, and except for the one time where they traded a field goal for a touchdown, they're down 4 points, and they're in the ball game.
Yeah.
And who's to say that the scoring is going to stop? But because of all the scoring that did occur, watch, we won't have much at all, or it'll keep pace. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm impressed with what Orville's been able to do.
Yeah, and we knew that Northwest was going to run the football. There was going to be that inside-outside with Satterfield and Kraft, and we knew that was going to happen. But I don't know that we knew as much offensive outbreak was going to happen from Orville.
No, I didn't, and I don't pretend to have known a whole lot about them. I know this, that at every level, when you can run the ball effectively, it tends to wear the opponent down, and it tends to psychologically affect them because the running game is physical, and the team that does that successfully is imposing their physical will over you.
Yeah.
That's not happening. Orville's not despondent. They're not caving to the physicality or the success that Northwest has demonstrated. They're doing a good job of hanging in there.
All right, it's our halftime, our Old Carolina halftime show. It's starting right now. We'll take a timeout and come back, and Derek Faiello will have some interviews for us down on the field.
Around here, we like to cheer for the local team, and MCTV is here to connect you to the game. MCTV provides reliable high-speed internet and Wi-Fi. From checking scores online, to streaming games or watching replays, or even playing the game yourself, we've got the speed you need. Call today to add or upgrade internet service. We're connecting what matters most. MCTV. We go the extra mile.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Derek Faiello, WHBC Sports here. Welcome back to Northwest High School. I am going to be talking tonight to the 2 coaches from the basketball programs here at Northwest. And to my right, I got one of my good buddies, Kevin Lauer. Known him a long time. And Kevin is the head girls coach here at Northwest High School. And just wanting to ask you a few questions. So do your best, okay?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay,
I'll try.
all right. So, obviously, last year, your squad, you guys had a great year, ending, with a trip down to Dayton for the state championship game. You had some veteran players, and, what does that type of experience do for the younger girls who were a part of that trip?
Yeah, I mean, I think, the experience in itself was, one, it's something that most kids will never get to experience. So few athletes, that's the ultimate goal, but to actually get there is amazing. But the fact to see that it's a small school, Canal Fulton, we're all local girls, we don't bring in players. Yeah. The fact that we were able to make it to that state championship game and hang with that team to the very end, I think it instilled confidence and just another level that they know that they can get to because they've seen it from girls in our school. And it's not just the girls returning, but it's all the way down through our youth levels.
That's awesome.
It's just been amazing how it's kind of just exploded the popularity and the desire to, the middle schoolers are like, we want to do that in a few years.
That's
so
great.
It's kind of awesome. That's just kind of built that community-wide pride for that, yeah.
Your journey as a player and a coach, you've experienced some great things along the way, and this might be unfair, but where does last year's success rank in your story?
Last year, it's the pinnacle. I mean, the fact that, we were in a pregame for state semifinal, and I don't show emotion much at all unless it's like angry emotion. But I mean, I cried in the huddle with the girls, and they were shocked because they're like, "What's going on?" I go, "Hey, whatever happens now is just icing on the cake. Like, I'm just so proud of you guys for finding a way to get here, and it's all them." And so that definitely is amazing experience to be down there. On the boys' side, going undefeated at Tuslaw, coaching boys was pretty awesome, and then playing for my dad and having success as a player. But I would say doing it at your alma mater, having your parents around, family around, doing it at your school, and making it down there to the finals was definitely the pinnacle for sure.
That's really cool. Knowing you personally, I know you're a competitive guy. We've battled on the golf course a few times, and I know that you're competitive with your family as well, which I'll kind of get to here in a little bit. But one thing I just kind of wanted to mention to you and give you props with is the fact that, I think your girls kind of caught on to your demeanor last year of calm, cool, and collective. Ever since I've known you, that's kind of how you've been. And I think that actually helped you in the long run. But so you kind of alluded to the fact that, you came back home. You came back home to your alma mater. How has that been for you? And then kind of a side note is your brother Mike is the head boys coach here. So How has that been for that dynamic, and what has that done for you?
Yeah, you know, coming back home, actually, I got to give my wife props for that because I got out of coaching and was just doing youth stuff, and I was happy doing that. And they had an opening, and she's like, you know, your daughter's coming through. They need somebody. Why don't you get back in? So, you know, it was a great decision. Kind of talked about it, jumped in, but having Mike on the other sideline, you know, I mean, opposite of us with the boys and the girls, actually it's been a great dynamic because, you know, we can butt heads and we can kind of say what we think to each other, and we know that it's not going to hurt each other's feelings or they're going to take it the wrong way. You know, you get on, you figure it out, and then you move on. And it's, you know, it's just like siblings do all the time at home, which has kind of been nice because if there is any conflicts or something, we work it out and we move on and we support each other. You know, and you know, blood's thicker than water, so we can mess with each other, but definitely have each other's back. So that's definitely been huge. And the girls program, the boys program, they kind of feel that family atmosphere as well. So definitely is just a huge aspect. And then having the old man, having my dad there coming to practice and helping has been huge as well. So
I bet. You know, you kind of already talked about the ripple effect from last year, but you said it's affected top to bottom, down to even the youth level, right?
Oh, yeah, our community support, and I've been around sports my whole life, the community support for girls basketball in general, but going to the state finals and down to the Final Four was unbelievable. It is more support than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
People coming out of the woodwork saying, you know, how much they love watching the girls. And it's not me, it was our girls and how they played. Just that was a ripple effect. The other kids want to emulate an intensity. And being a great teammate is what made the difference.
That's awesome. And knowing you, I know that you enjoyed that ride last year, but looking ahead to this year, who are some key players on this upcoming squad who you're going to look to kind of take charge as leaders?
Yeah, you know, we're going to be real young this year, so it's going to be kind of like how we were 4 years ago when that class came up to be seniors. So this year, you know, will be a learning experience for us, but we got kids that compete, play hard, and if we can do that, we play as great teammates, and we give everything we got and play great defense, you know, we'll be able to be in there, you know, and hopefully we can, you know, win 12, 13, 14 games would be great to get us going again. And that goes to our senior leadership. Delaney Carmody would start on most league teams, but she was the 6th player last year because of just all the talent we had. So she's going to lead us, and Emily Donaldson, another senior. And then 2 other lettermen coming back is my daughter Kendall. She'll be a junior. She's a guard. And Olivia Greenfield is going to be a sophomore. She played some backup point guard. So
awesome.
I mean, we're about 10 deep. You know, we're young, so we're going to be up and down, I think, a roller coaster. But the fact that we're 10 deep is we got a bunch of other girls there ready to step up.
That's awesome, and they got to be a part of an awesome ride last year, so you've affected the culture. It's awesome. I'm proud of you. Good luck to Coach Lauer here in this upcoming season.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Derek.
Yep.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business. And you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
Hi there, welcome back to Northwest High School. This is Derek Faiello with WHBC Sports. I am joined now by the assistant, one of the assistants on the boys basketball program here at Northwest, Mack Farrell. Mack, thanks for joining us. We've got a few questions for you on upcoming season and kind of your pick on a few things. Just a side note, Coach Kevin Lauer joined us, but Coach Mike Lauer, I think he got a little scared tonight. I mean,
yeah, he actually sent me down here because I'm the face of the program lately. So I seem to do all the interviews for him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys are a part of a Pac-7 conference that it's a grind. I mean, week in, week out it is, but day in, day out it is. And it's one of those things where any night could be a win for you guys. What did the experience from last year do for you guys and coming into this season?
Well, I think for one, I mean, it's going to put us probably a year ahead of where we thought we would be. Definitely throwing some of those young guys into the mix early. I think it was like game 6 or game 7. I mean, they really actually had to play significant minutes, and we didn't think that going in. So I think it puts us a year ahead of where we think, and I think we're going to be able to compete for a league title this year.
That's awesome. Tonight is alumni night here at Northwest, and awesome to see some famous guys that I've seen, through the years. And being an alumni at Northwest, it has to be awesome, not only to be back, but be a part of the tradition that you saw as a player and now as a coach. How do you like get that instilled with your players?
Yeah, so I think I'm in pretty much of a unique situation where I've seen us in the NBC. I've seen us, and I played when we were an independent, and now being able to coach in the Pac-7, I mean, the tradition has stayed the same the entire way through. I think what gives me, an advantage is still being quite young.
That's awesome.
Coach is getting up there. He's still young. I got to keep him young, too.
Yeah.
I got to keep him loving this thing so he can do it for another 15, 20, 30 years, whatever he wants to do. But no, it just gives me an advantage being young, keeping the rivalry alive with like a Manchester, which was back in the 90s before I even knew it. Louisville's my rival, and, getting to see the football team beat them in football, I mean, they don't know what that means to some of us that went through, the 2000s. So I think it's just the young and keeping them in tune with the history.
That's awesome. You mentioned Coach Lauer, and the Lauer name is synonymous here, and I don't mean to keep talking about him, but you're a part of it. And I mean, it's been well over 30 years now that Coach Jim Lauer was here, and now it's Coach Mike Lauer. What's it like to be a part of a group that is affected by a family that is just basketball?
Yeah, well, if I had $1 for every time that someone thought I was a Lauer, I mean, I'd probably be able to coach for free. But yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, those guys are such big mentors of mine. I mean, Coach Jim's the reason I got into coaching and teaching. I was going to be a business guy. And he said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" He said, "Why don't you do this education and coach on the side?" I said, "I don't know if I can go back to school."
Yeah.
But I did, and I mean, I'm glad I did. It's been awesome teaching here, coaching here. I mean, it's a dream. And those guys are the reason why I am the way that I am, both good and bad.
That's awesome. Last question here. So, what's your outlook on the upcoming season, and who do you see as being contenders in the Pac-7, and who do you see as helping you guys out?
Well, I think this year is pretty unique because I think anybody could win the league this year. I mean, obviously with Peterson leaving, it leaves the door wide open for everybody. I think we definitely are a contender, but I don't see why all 8 teams don't think that they're a contender this year. So, hopefully we can roll the ball out and win some games and, compete, cut down the nets. So we'll see.
I appreciate your time, Mac Farrell, Northwest boys basketball coach. Thank you. Good luck this year.
Thank you.
Get your day started with Pam Cook. She's like your own personal smartphone, and she's fully charged. We're hands-free, news and information. 1480 WHBC.
Around here, we like to cheer for the local team, and MCTV is here to connect you to the game. MCTV provides reliable high-speed internet and Wi-Fi. From checking scores online, to streaming games or watching replays, or even playing the game yourself, we've got the speed you need. Call today to add or upgrade internet service. We're connecting what matters most. MCTV. We go the extra smile.
Saturday Morning Huddle with Kenny Rhoda, Billy Beebe, and the WHBC sports team.
I'm afraid to ask this question because I think I know the answer, but I got to ask it anyways because we were discussing it after the game. Biggest regular season win for you in your time there at Massillon, beating the defending Division I state champion St. Edward's Eagles?
You know, everything right now is looking forward to week 6. You know, we got a big ball game next week, and you know, Finch is a great team. They're 5-0, and we're excited to host.
That's what I thought. Coach, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. I'll say it. I think it's your biggest regular season win. Congratulations on that last night. Best of luck the rest of this season, and we'll talk again down the road, all right?
Catch us live on the WHBC Facebook page, the WHBC YouTube channel, and at WHBC.com. Saturday Morning Huddle, WHBC Sports. It's more than just the game.
And welcome back here to Smiley Stadium. It is our Old Carolina Barbecue halftime report. Thank you to both coaches who spent some time there with Derek at our halftime, and good luck to both the men's and women's Northwest basketball program as we get closer and closer to basketball season. But for now, it is football, and we've got some scores for you here at halftime. Our halftime score is Northwest 35 and Orville 31, and what a great half it has been. The first half here, Thom will have all the numbers for us here in a minute, but give you some updates on some scores around the area. Malvern leads Buckeye Trail 14-7 in the fourth quarter. That ball game is moving right along. Greenlee leads Louisville 42-0 in the third. West Branch 42-0 in the third quarter over Louisville. Green over Louisville 42-0. West Branch 42-0 over Marlington. It is, last we heard, Sandy Valley trailing Ridgewood 22-7. We have CVCA leading Fairless 14-0 down in Navarre tonight. At Tom Benson tonight, Canton McKinley in the third quarter leads Lake 23-15. It is North Canton Hoover 31-21 over Perry in the third quarter. Alliance trails Carrollton at home 21-20. That one in the third quarter. Third quarter score from Triway. Canton South leads Triway 28-7. Canton Central Catholic leads Mogador in the third quarter 20-6, and that's a big score for Central Catholic. Mogador always has a great program, so good job there by Trucker Lindesmith and the Crusaders as they lead by 14. It is Massillon leading St. John's College Cadets 21-7. That one in the third quarter over in Tigertown. And Southeast leads St. Thomas Aquinas 14-8. Last we heard, that was at halftime. 21-16 at the half. Glen Oak over Jackson. Salem beating up on Minerva. Boy, the Lions have just struggled all year and last year. 20-0 Salem at the half. And last score we have for you here, East Canton at home leads Strasburg 7-6. So that'll give you an update and keep you updated on all the scores in the area. And again, once again, here at halftime, 35-31. And Coach, I think we knew, again, Northwest was going to run the football, and there was a lot of yards on the ground. And we knew that Orville would mix it up, and kind of looking over your shoulder here, that's kind of balanced for the Red Riders as well. So I'll have you take a look at the numbers.
These are halftime stats.
They are halftime.
That could be full game stats.
Yeah, we want to remind everybody these are halftime.
Orville, 111 yards rushing, and Northwest, as clearly stated, 229. Orville, 148 through the air, and Northwest 95. Orville's total is 259 total yards at half, and Northwest's 324. Almost equal in first downs. Orville's got 15, Northwest 14. Time of possession favors Orville, 15 minutes and 18 seconds compared to only 8:42. 35 points in 8 minutes and 42 seconds of possession. Each team has a turnover. Orville has 5 penalties for 33 yards and 4 penalties for 51 yards for Northwest.
That's not even a quarter. That's almost 3/4 of a quarter, right?
Yeah.
12-minute quarters. 8 minutes, they've scored 35 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the Lightning, I think it's lightning and lightning.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think it is. On an individual basis, Sawyer Hampshire leading the cause for Orville. He's got 22 pass attempts, 11 completions for 148 yards and 3 TDs, taking advantage of some of that middle of the field open. Greg Smiley has 4 rushes for 27 yards and a TD for Orville. Sawyer Hampshire is the leading rusher also, 13 rushes for 73 yards, no scores. Greg Smiley leads in catches, 4 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown. Landon D'Alessandro, 2 catches, 60 yards and a touchdown. For Northwest, Tyler Pappas, 6 attempts through the air, 5 completions, 95 yards, no TDs, no interceptions. Connor Satterfield, 14 rushing attempts for 94 yards and 4 TDs, and it's halftime, I repeat. Parker Kraft, 8 rushes, 135 yards and a TD. Chase Badger, 2 catches for 49 yards. So we've got significant individual output and production and halftime stats that read like full game stats.
Well, and Connor Satterfield, Bob was telling me, or telling us at halftime here, that Connor Satterfield, in the game we did a couple of weeks ago at Fairless, he had 5 touchdowns. In a half here, he's got 4. So that's 9 touchdowns in a game and a half that he has scored, that we have been broadcasting his game. So we must be bringing that young man some pretty good luck. He's got 9 touchdowns in a game and a half.
So he'd be a guy to draft in high school football fantasy if there was such a thing. And I'm not a football fantasy dude, but I know enough about it to know that somebody scoring 9 touchdowns in 2 games is what, 1.5 games? Pardon me.
1.5, yeah. So yeah, it's just incredible what that young man has been doing, and you know, tip of the cap to Orville. I mean, you've got Hampshire who's, you know, keeping them in this ball game. He's doing everything he can, running the ball, throwing the football. Greg Smiley has come up big for them. Breedy has come up big for them as well. You know, this is a team that they're not going away.
Nope.
And we've got a whole half of football to go, and it's going to be exciting. So I think when we start our second half, we've had an extended half, by the way. I know some people are probably wondering what in the world is going on there. We had a Athletic Hall of Fame ceremony down on the field and kind of pushed us back a little bit.
We've also seen some good coaching tonight.
Yes.
I've already talked about how impressed I am with Northwest's ability with basically 5 linemen and a running back, you know, run blocking against an 8-man front that Orville's presenting. You know, and they've got the numbers advantage, but they're not containing, you know, Northwest's ability to run the ball. That's because they coach it so well.
Yeah.
They know how to block down and pull the backside guard and the backside tackle. Orville, on the other hand, is taking advantage of a secondary that Northwest is presenting where the middle of the field is open, and they've attacked it a number of times. And I'm looking forward to the second half to see them try to take advantage of that too. But and they've mixed things up. They've used the quarterback as a runner. Obviously, he is the passer, and you know, but there's good coaching taking place here tonight too.
Yeah,
just not on defense.
Right, and there's defense is optional tonight. Anybody that's interested in playing defense, you can show up if you'd like. But yeah, when you've got 66 points scored in 24 minutes. That's a lot of points, and boy, oh boy, it's exciting to watch. As a fan, you love it. As a defensive coordinator, you're pulling your hair out.
Yeah, as the statistician, I mean,
Bob
how can you
like
keep up with that? You know, my goodness.
Bob, that's why Bob has like 5 pencils over there, and you know, sharpening that thing up.
No, those don't sharpen.
Oh, he's got mechanicals.
He's got mechanicals.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this man, I mean, he's a statistician. Yeah, you don't bring a pencil that you have to sharpen to a game like this.
All right. Well, we've got some time. We'll take a timeout here. You are watching our live broadcast of our YouTube Game of the Week presented by AultCare. We are in our Old Carolina Barbecue halftime, and we'll take a timeout and come back with more.
your day started with Pam Cook. She's like your own personal smartphone, and she's fully charged. We're hands-free, news and information. 1480 WHBC.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
To your left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got Craig? All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll bring it down to you.
Okay.
And we are back, and talking with Derek here in the break, and we've got a guy that I played ball against back in high school, and he was honored tonight at halftime. Craig Nettleton, a 1982 graduate of Northwest. And first of all, Derek, I know Craig can't hear me, but I did talk to him a little bit earlier. Congratulate him again for me. But Craig was an outstanding athlete here at Northwest. Football, basketball, baseball. We played against each other in baseball. Great shortstop and pitcher for the Indians. And, you know, I'm going to send it down to you and enjoy the conversation with Craig.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Frank, you were just talking about one of your old foes, and I'm here with alumni from Northwest, Craig Nettleton. Craig, alumni weekend here, special night for you. Can you speak about what it means for you?
Just really humbled. I'm a guy that played a bunch of team sports, so having an individual award like this is really special. And, it's really special for hopefully my teammates, too, because they were a really big part of it.
Craig made it into the Hall of Fame here at Northwest, and there's a lot of alumni here back for the game tonight and ceremonies tomorrow as well. Craig, I heard that your 2 boys are coaching against each other tonight. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, proud dad time. One coaches at Hoover, my youngest Danny, and my oldest coach is at Perry, Josh. So that's a tough one not to be at, but they are very understanding and knew I had something to do tonight. But it's hard. Somebody's going to be unhappy and somebody's going to be really happy tonight.
Yeah, I can imagine what those 2 phone calls are going to be like. But what are you doing right now, Craig? Jason said that you are an administrator.
Well, I just retired, so this is my first summer retiring. I was at Southeast Middle School for the past 6 years, and before that at Field High School for about 31 years. So I'm done with that, but I've been coaching. This is my 27th year as a basketball coach, so I'm really happy. This year I just got hired at North Canton Hoover as a girls basketball coach. So even though I'm retired from the normal everyday routine of teaching and being an administrator, I'm really enjoying the coaching part. So I'm happy with that right now.
Well, that's great. Craig, congratulations again, and good luck on your upcoming season.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Derek, tell him he's too young to retire. We're only 59.
Frank says you're too young to retire. He found that kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Derek. Good job, and congratulations again to Craig Nettleton, one of the honorees here at halftime from Northwest. Just taking a look at some of these names here, if I can read these here. John Wayne Badilda, Larry Stockert from 1963. We've got Craig from 1982. 1987, Mark Taylor. Amy Jo Chillick from 1990. We've got John Hexamer. He's a contributor, a longtime administrator here at Northwest. And Tom Bowser, Samantha Miller, Brian Jones, Rachel Ann DeClane, and Joe Cardizlo. So congratulations to all of those folks as they were inducted into the Hall of Fame.
We've had some cute things happen in the kicking game here tonight, onside kicks and squibs and pooches, and Orville just attempted one, but kicked it just a little too hard and put it out of bounds.
All right.
Northwest takes over, the 35?
Yep. I had a chance to see all those folks as I was trying to read them off. The writing was so small. I hope I got them all, their names correct, but congratulations again. And Northwest now will start the third quarter with the football. They are going to be at their own 35-yard line. Pappas going to hand it off to Kraft, and Kraft gets the corner. Kraft is crafty inside the 35, still on his feet, and finally goes down at the 31-yard line.
That's not the counter play. That's not the pull the backside guard tackle. They ran that wide sweep, I think, just one time in the first half with good success, and they opened the second half with the same play, and huge gain, chunk play.
Yep, 34 yards on the pickup, Bob tells us, on that MCTV replay. You see it right there. Here is Satterfield, takes it inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Maybe they're going to mark his knee down at the 25. So
Northwest back in the gun two-back set that they've been in the majority of the time. They've been in with some one-back stuff also, but they're back in the gun two-back set offensively.
Here's Kraft. Kraft gets that corner, and he's going to take it into the end zone. Wow, is he fast.
Great block by Satterfield, his running mate, to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage for Orville, and it was a huge hole off left tackle, and he went in untouched.
Boy, they picked up right where they left off. Scoring at will, scoring quickly. And they put 41 points up here as we are just underway in the third quarter. Ben Chance is on for the extra point. Chance kick is up, and it is good. So with 11:07 to go in the third, Northwest takes the football, and they put it in the end zone here to start the third quarter. 42-31. We'll be back after this timeout.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business. And you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
Kenny and JT.
Can you lose one game and still play for a national championship? Yes.
No, not necessarily. You cannot lose a game in your division of the Big Ten.
He's got an opinion, and he has got an opinion. The Kenny and JT Show. Weekdays between 3 and 7 on WHBC.
Back here at Northwest, 11:07 to go in third quarter. And Northwest takes the first drive of the third quarter and puts some points on the board. After the kickoff here, we'll have Coach give us that SARTA scoring drive. Ben Chance has it teed up, and this one is high but short, taken at about the 15-yard line. Breedy with it across the 30. He's got a flag down behind him at about the 24-yard line. Let's check on that. And while we do, Thom, you've got that scoring drive.
Yeah, the band was barely off the field before Northwest scored here early in the third quarter. 3 plays in 53 seconds. Total covered 65 yards. The final 25-yard TD run by Kraft, extra point good. Northwest ups its lead to 42-31 over Orville.
So a penalty is going to be assessed on Orville. Got a hold there, and that's going to move them back. Boy, they keep walking all the way back to the 15-yard line, and that's where Orville will start their first drive of the second half. So the football marked at the 15, and here come the Red Riders. Hampshire, the quarterback, Sawyer, a senior. And he makes this offense go. Ethan Breedy is going to split out now. He was next to the quarterback. We're going to go with 5 receivers now in the pattern. And Hampshire going to keep it.
Orville was in a one-back set and shifted to an empty set. Brought the motion guy from the inside. He was part of the 2 receivers to the left, 3 receivers to the right, and faked the jet sweep, and the quarterback kept it for nominal gain, maybe 1-2 yards.
A little bit of a twist to the kind of the zone read, really.
Well, and that's what they've done the majority of the time in the run game. It's motion, jet sweep, motion, fake jet sweep, quarterback keep, motion, fake, throw the ball.
Yeah. So Hampshire now trying to look downfield. Pressure was on. Now he's going to get out of there. And he's got a first down and a little more as he goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So nice job there by Sawyer Hampshire picking up the first down and giving his team a little bit of breathing room.
Well, he couldn't have stayed any longer in the pocket because he had pressure. He probably just got one peek at his primary receiver and then had to escape, and he did a really good job turning it into a first down from bad field position to better.
10:09 to go here, third quarter. This time a handoff to Smiley. Smiley has some running room. 41, 42-yard line. So pickup of about 10 yards for Greg Smiley, the senior wide receiver, and he runs the ball quite a bit from that wide receiver position.
Well, and again, he's really a running back that lines up out there. They deploy him different places. He's been the outside guy in a 3-receiver set. He's been the inside guy in a 2-receiver set, inside guy in a 3-receiver set. He's lined up in the backfield, behind the quarterback, and the pistols to either side. So far, he's Mr. Outside, and Hampshire's Mr. Inside.
Yep.
You know, that's consecutive plays on the edge where he's got good gains.
Ball sitting right at midfield.
Sets up second and short.
Yeah.
What do we do here? Are we going to get the first, or are we going to take a shot?
Take a shot.
Northwest is answering. They've got a defender in the middle of the field.
They do.
Got to take that away.
They put this man in motion. Boy, the ball was snapped and bobbled by the quarterback. And Hampshire that time tripped up, but he got enough for the first down. That was a nice play there, staying on his feet.
Well, it started with a high snap to the right.
Yep.
I'm not sure if he had to leave his feet to secure the snap, but there's no play that we practice that
can't prepare for that.
That begins with a bad snap. No, like I said, if you're going to be in the shotgun, that guy's got to be 100% accurate. They've been a little less than that tonight.
First and 10 now for the Red Riders. Hampshire squares, throws, nice play that time. Got it inside the 35, and that is Smiley again. And Coach, that was something that you talked about earlier. When you're rolling that way, it's tough to throw, but if you square your shoulders, it makes it a little easier.
Well, and Smiley did a really good job of sitting in the void and presenting himself to the quarterback as open. And the quarterback, Hampshire, did a great job of decelerating and getting that front shoulder in the direction of Smiley so he can throw an accurate ball. Well done on both ends.
Yep, we got stacked receivers on the near side. Hand off to Breedy. Breedy, not much there. Nice job by the defense of Northwest. Sean Ritchie coming up from that linebacker spot making a play.
Tackle made by number 74, Morgan Mackall.
I'm watching and studying Northwest defensively to see what changes, you know, they may attempt to make. You know, I mean, they gave up 31 points to Orville in the first half, so I'm curious to see if there are any adjustments.
Well, they've got 3 receivers now in the pattern. Hampshire feeling the pressure, and he's going to go down. Got back to the, maybe he lost a yard. I was going to say he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but he did lose about a yard on the play.
Yeah, that route designed by Orville required more time than the quarterback had. More time than pardon me,
Hampshire?
Yeah, than Hampshire had,
Yep.
and protection broke down. But he had 2 guys running deep with full intention of getting the ball, but time didn't permit.
So now the Red Riders, again, here's the rollout. Ritchie, or I'm sorry, that's Smiley. And Smiley takes it out at about the 29-yard line. He got about 4 yards on the reception.
Even a short completion to him it's got good intentions because the first guy doesn't always bring him down.
Right.
You know, he's got some bulk and some strength to himself, and he's more than once made the first tackle and miss.
Yeah, he's 5'9". He's not real tall, but 195 pounds. So
Orville in quads to the right, wide side of the field,
and
wide open.
Nice play that time, and Again, there's Smiley. He found that spot in the zone, Coach, and he just sat there.
Yep. They're taking advantage of the fact that Northwest is presenting 3 defenders to cover the 4 receivers to the quads. So I expect we'll see more of it. And they're running zone beater routes. Northwest is not manning up. You can't when you've got 4 receivers and only 3 defenders. They're playing zone against it. And again, real nice job of sitting down in the void and the quarterback finding him and putting the ball in the money for a first down.
Going to go 5 receivers this time, 3 near, 2 on the far. Breida in motion now. There's Hampshire going to keep it. And Hampshire got tripped up. A nice play there by Connor Satterfield, and that could have gone for a little further, but I think Satterfield kind of messed it up a little bit. See here on the replay.
Yeah, I wondered if his knee went down even. No? Yeah, it did. He actually got an advantageous spot, I think.
Second down and about 2. Hampshire going to be alone in the backfield this time. Going to put Smiley in motion, yep. He's going to keep it, though. And a nice job there defensively.
I can't tell whether he's reading that. You know, that's the motion from Smiley back to the backfield. He rides him. I don't know if they're reading it or it's a predetermined give or a predetermined keep.
Well, guy we've been calling all night long, Brady Finn, he's done a nice job. He stuffed that one up.
He's in the pistol behind the quarterback this time.
Here is Smiley. And Smiley picks up the first down.
Yeah, he does.
Continue to move the football. We'll check in with Derek Faiello here after this play. 4:25. The clock is stopped. And we'll get the clock rolling here in a second.
Orville, I mean, the possession isn't concluded, but they're answering again. I mean, they've got the ball first and goal on the 8 or 9 yard line.
It is first and goal. And Hampshire going to keep it this time. Good defense. He fumbled the football. And the Indians say they have it. Let's see. They do. The Indians come up big with the turnover. Let's see if we can tell who knocked it out on the replay here. Big 74 for the Morgan Kunkel. That was huge, and Derek Faiello's down there right around that line of scrimmage. Derek, what'd you see?
Yeah, guys, I couldn't tell who knocked it out either. I was just getting ready to talk about the slow, methodical drive that Orville was having, taking care of the football, and then they fumble it. Good job by the Indians.
That was Morgan Kunkel who came up big that time and forced the turnover, and here are the Indians trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, and that's Kraft.
Huge to get a turnover backed up inside your own 10-yard line. Kills the hope for Orville to some extent temporarily, and Northwest takes over again.
I don't see Northwest putting the ball up in the air too much here as they will hand it off. That is Satterfield. And Satterfield picks up the first down.
Yep, they operated from the 2-back set, back right and left of the quarterback, and that's that power play where they pull the backside guard and tackle, enough for the first down.
Coach, one of the things to think about too, and this Northwest team had to overcome, they had they had their starting tailback transfer this year as Maraglio went to Hoover and enjoying some success with them. And here's Kraft. I'm sorry, that's Satterfield. Satterfield across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So one of these two guys would have been out. It would have been, Cal Maraglia running the show.
I think Satterfield heard you on that and said, I'm here.
Yeah.
I got 4 touchdowns the first half. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. Well, it's great that, it worked out for all involved. And
he ran through an arm tackle attempt by Smiley, and Smiley stayed down for a considerable amount of time, got up, didn't need assistance. He's back a line defensively, but he may not be 100%. I think it's a shoulder. I think he ran through a shoulder tackle. and took some of the shoulder with him.
Satterfield now is going to be the, well, I thought he was going to be the lone back, but no.
Yep.
But he's going to get the football. And he's going to take it out to about the 40-yard line, so he picks up about 6 yards on the carry, brings up 2nd down and 4.
The thing I like about both Satterfield and Kraft is they don't waste much time. When you're lined in the gun, you know, the beginning of any running play is lateral. You're not advancing toward the line of scrimmage, but they don't waste time being lateral for very long. They plant a foot and they turn upfield and get vertical.
There he goes. Side steps. 30, 20, still on his feet. All the way down to the 11-yard line. 49 yards on the carry. Connor Satterfield is having himself a night.
He's got better speed than he appears to have.
Yeah. And he's not even the fast one.
No. I don't think it matches what Kraft presents, but it's faster than it appears.
Yeah. Here is Kraft. And Kraft taken down at about the 3-yard line. Coach, I don't think it matters. Either one of these guys. I mean, they've got their own style, and they're just going to come right at you and say, you want to beat us? Here we are.
Yeah, I can't read the numbers, but I know one guy's bigger than the other, and that's how I know who has the ball.
I'll read those numbers for you, I hope. Get the glasses on him now. And we've got a different back in the backfield this time. Blocking back, and here's Kraft. He's going to take it, get spinned around. Does he get in? No. He's down at the 1-yard line. Sean Ritchie was in there as the other back that time. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah.
Gee, wonder who's going to get the football here.
You could call plays on 1st and goal at the 1. You know that, right?
Coach, you need an offensive coordinator in the family. You let me know.
I think we got that covered. Okay?
We got that one? All right. There's Satterfield. See, I called it. Into the end zone. And Satterfield with his 5th touchdown of the night. Wow.
Yep. This puts a little distance, between Northwest and Orville that they were denied in the first half.
Is that a 98-yard drive? 96. Okay. I'm going to say that was pretty long. Extra point by Chance is up, and it is good. And we have 49 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Northwest has scored twice. They lead by 18, 49-31. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Happy Sardaversary with Sarda rider Leanne. We're celebrating 25 years with our valued riders.
I think you're doing everything right, but when I think of Sarda, I think of independence because I can't drive. And so this lets me go wherever I want when I need to go. And I get to take my grandkids with me. I guess I would say one word, awesome.
Thanks to all our riders as we celebrate Sarda 2-5 at Sarda.
The Earth is 70% water and 30% land. But the entire sky belongs to us. Copy that. Aim high, Airman.
Yeah.
Back here at Smiley Stadium, talking about the good old days, back when Thom was coaching. Here is the kickoff. Bounces at about the 22, picked up by Grady, and
nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go, you're right.
Well, we had a 14-point turnaround.
We got that's the winning 50-50 here? $978.
Meanwhile, in the last possession, Northwest went 8 plays, 96 yards, took 3 minutes and 12 seconds, 1 yard TD run by Satterfield to extend the lead for the Indians, 49, Orville 31.
All right. Coach, $978. It'll cost you $1,000 if you want to buy it. All right, 46 seconds to go here in the third. And pretty good 50-50 if you ask me. Orville going to have the opportunity here to try to get answer. And Hampshire's pass caught, knocked out of bounds.
I'll repeat myself.
Yeah.
4-by-1, but your first read is to the single receiver side. If you can play catch with that guy because they got off coverage and no overhang, you do that, and that's what they did.
Yeah. 2nd down and 5. And Hampshire this time, he's trying to get the first down. I think he's close. He may have picked it up. See where they mark him out. I think he's going to be short. Yeah. 3rd and 1 now.
Got to get this.
Important play here, certainly for the Red Riders. They got to try to keep pace a little bit. And pass caught. Nice job that time by Greg Smiley.
Yep.
And again, Coach, one thing about Smiley I think is so impressive is he finds a place to be open.
Well, when they're in the 4-by-1 set, Northwest has to play a zone to it. They're not going to sign 4 guys man coverage.
Right.
And you're correct. He's finding a void in the zone, and Hampshire's delivering the ball.
Timeout on the field. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3, the Indians 49 and the Red Riders 31. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Get your day started with Pam Cook. She's like your own personal smartphone, and she's fully charged. We're hands-free, news and information. 1480 WHBC.
At AultCare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, AultCare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. AultCare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Mix 94.1.
The most music and the most fun in the morning.
Dave and Jimmy. Weekday morning, 6 till 10. Canton's Mix 94.1.
And welcome back here as we start the 4th quarter of play. Frank Cilona, Thom McDaniels, Derek Faiello, and Bob Jeffries, our statistician up here in the booth. Welcome. Glad you're with us tonight. This is the AultCare YouTube TV game of the week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free, and you'll be notified when we add new great content. It's happening all the time. Red Riders, flags go flying. Hampshire throws, and it's knocked down. Good defensive play there by the Indians.
Sawyer had no time to throw. They're in a 4-by-1 set. They've got 5-man protection, no more than that.
Yeah.
Immediate penetration by Northwest. Northwest in a 3-man front. Backers are playing at what I would call a little bit more depth than linebackers normally play with that lead they can afford to.
Going to go quads on the near side this time. Spread them out. Hampshire, no time to throw, and he'll go down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Again, that's a route design that requires better protection.
Yep, got a
longer
man down.
protection, because they've got 3 receivers running deep, and the read is a deep to intermediate to shallow, and he didn't have time to get past the first read.
Yep. Looks to be a cramp down there on the field. So just underway here in the fourth quarter, as the ball game had been kind of taking its good old time, but that third quarter kind of happened really quick. Perry has tied it up at Hoover. It's 31-all in the fourth quarter. Central Catholic 20-12 over Mogador in the fourth quarter. 28-7 Tigers on top of St. John's College in the fourth quarter. Glen Oak has beaten Jackson 21-16 at home. The Golden Eagles, their last home game of the season. They play the rest of their games on the road.
That's big win for Glen Oak.
Yes, it is.
And a second consecutive loss for Jackson.
Yeah. Boy, Louisville took it on the chin tonight, 42-7, the final there in that ball game. Malvern a winner, 28-7 over Buckeye Trail. So the Hornets continue to roll. Third down and 11, and pressure put on, and Hampshire's going to let it fly. And I can't believe there's not an intentional grounding. But he out of the? I guess he was out of the tackle box, and it did go past the line of scrimmage. So.
And there was a receiver in the area.
Yeah, he was.
Checked all the
boxes.
Checked all the boxes.
Did he? Okay. Yeah, he was out of the tackle box right there. And it did go back. Yep.
I'm not shocked at 4th and 11 that they're going for it where the ball is.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter where the possession starts for Northwest.
Right.
You know, it really doesn't matter.
No.
Whether it's their 8 or the other 8.
Going to put a man in motion. 4th down and 11. Hampshire looks, throws, pass off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Alessandro that time, and Northwest will take over on downs.
Had a little hot sauce on that throw.
Yeah, he did.
And he needed to make that kind of a throw because the receiver was contested. I mean, he had defenders on either side. He had to thread the needle, and it had to be a fastball.
Sandy Valley lost tonight, 35-21 down at Ridgewood. Cardinals have lost their last 2. So now it's 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for, there's a double pass into the end zone, or into the hands, I should say, and a great throw. Badger with the reception, and look at that scoreboard just lighten up, Coach.
That's the exclamation point on the offensive performance for Northwest tonight.
Let's take a look here at that double pass, and that was crafted through it. Wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
A lefty.
Yeah, it was effective, but it wasn't pretty.
They turned the ball over on down, so the first play, you come out with some tomfoolery.
Yep.
Gotham City wrinkle, razzle-dazzle, double pass, touchdown.
All right. 11:13 to go in the ball game, and Northwest just tacking it on, 56-31. We'll be back.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Back here at Smiley Stadium, Frank Cilona, Coach Thom McDaniels, Derek Faiello down on the sidelines, and Bob Jeffries, our statistician. And Don't blink, because if you do, Northwest might score. They have put some points on the board tonight, 56 for the Indians, 31.
In multiple ways.
Yeah, 31 for the Red Riders. There comes a run back, and taking it out is Smotherman. It's about the 34-yard line. And Coach, you've got the 13th score of the game, scoring drive.
Yeah, that's a 9-second scoring drive. One play, 38 yards, a little trick play, double pass. 30-yard TD pass from Kraft to Badger, extra point again, good. Northwest 56, Orville 31.
Hey, we might just keep that United States Air Force aim high play of the game. That last play right there from Kraft to Badger for the touchdown. That was a nice little trickery there.
Hey, Frank, wait till you hear this.
Yeah.
I just talked to Jason, the athletic director at Northwest.
Uh-huh.
They sell, for the touchdown club, they sell a call to play. That play was sold, and that was a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. There's the catch from to Smiley.
I knew you were a trick play guy, too.
You know what?
Unbelievable.
Before this season's over, Coach, you're going to admit I'm a pretty good offensive coordinator.
This is what, our fourth game together, and you've had one play call that was wrong.
Hey, that's all it takes. I usually get them all wrong. Orville. A little bit of time this time.
Right thing to do here.
And Hampshire kind of had to run that one and
Well,
got the first down.
He also had a chance to go from 1 to 2 and then nothing, and had an opening to the left, and it was the right thing to do to tuck it and run.
Hey, tomorrow morning, be sure to join Kenny Rhoda for the Saturday morning huddle. It goes live at 10 a.m. on the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel. A recap of Friday night's games with live interviews with coaches, players, highlights, stats. And again, it's live at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning on demand on YouTube anytime. Be a timeout on the field. 10:18 to go in the ball game. I want to remind everybody that next week we are at Lake. It is Hoover at Lake for our broadcast next week. It will be week number 8. Gosh, I cannot believe how fast this season has gone. That ball game will be on demand. Replay will begin at 10 o'clock that evening. And the Browns are home again. This time they take on the Baltimore Ravens. Pregame on Sunday is at 11:30 and kickoff is at 1 p.m. All of it on 1480 WHBC.
Gotta like it. Gotta like it.
You traveling this weekend?
No.
You're going to watch them from home. There you go. Sit back and enjoy the big screen.
Yep, got a grandson to go
That's
see
right,
play.
you're going to watch. Yeah, you got some college ball you're going to watch. Quads on the near side. And Hampshire has no time as he goes down. And again, that is Kunkel with the sack. Morgan Kunkel. And his linebacker behind him there. Or I'm sorry, not his linebacker, but his, I guess, 2 doors down, Brady Finn, the defensive tackle. Those two have been causing havoc all night.
Well, it was 5 for 5. The 3 defensive linemen for Northwest, and they added 2 backers on blitzes. So it was 5 for 5. Nobody could afford to throw a no-hitter, and somebody did. They got the sack.
Second down and long. Hampshire going to throw. Has a man. Nice job. Good catch that time. And that is Rowe, Trent Rowe with the reception. Another first down. Clock stop, 9:27 to go here in the ball game.
One thing I give Sawyer Hampshire credit for is he can improvise, and he's had to a lot tonight.
First and 10. Rowe going to go in motion this time. Hampshire almost slipped that time and got the ball to Alessandro.
Coaches like it better when the play that you call is is executed, by design. We improvise when we have to, but we don't like to do it often. The reason being is the other 10 kids don't know what you're intending to do.
Right. Good point.
So they have no chance to help you.
Flags are going to fly here.
We had movement on the right side, right tackle for Orville.
So Glen Oak, a big winner tonight over Jackson. That was our stream game. Bill Morgan will have a wrap on that one later. Anxious to hear what happened in that ball game.
Well, they must have learned something from Lake from the previous week.
Yeah. Your Bulldogs a winner tonight, Coach. McKinley wins 29-22 over Lake.
Ooh.
Yep.
Lake came back a little bit.
Yeah, it was only a 7-point game. That was our radio game of the night. We're the last man standing right now. Hampshire going to throw. Caught. And Alessandro, did he get into the end zone? No, he's down at the 1-yard line.
Great effort. I mean, they're down 56-31, but he was fighting for his life, trying to get the ball in the end zone.
First and goal at the 1. And they're scrambling around trying to get into position. It's going to be a pass this time, and there he is. Smiley, Greg Smiley with the touchdown. A 1-yard throw from Hampshire to Smiley, and the Red Riders are back on the board with 8:22 to go here in the ballgame.
That's a goal line version of the bubble screen.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
Yep, the receiver did a great job of blocking. He only had one defender near anyway.
Yeah.
For two receivers. He did a great job blocking, and he's in the end zone.
Looking for the 94th point in this ball game. It's 56-37, 56-38. We have put 97. Or, I'm sorry. Can't add. 94 on the board.
Don't look to me for help with numbers.
I'm sitting there looking at the numbers. 8:22 to go here in the ball game. We'll keep it right here. I want to remind everybody about the Saturday morning huddle. Kenny Rhoda, again, will do that one solo tomorrow at 10 a.m. on 1480 WHBC's YouTube channel. Recap of Friday night games, live interviews with coaches and players and highlights, stats, and again, it's live at 10 o'clock. And we want to welcome our new sponsor for that. That is Brockers Import Automotive, serving the automotive needs of import, export, and domestic car owners since 1946. They're a family-owned and operated organization. They're located on Altman Road in North Canton. Thank you so much for supporting high school football. Coach, you've got our 14th scoring drive brought to you by Sarda.
Yep, Orville's down but not out. They take the ball in 7 plays, 65 yards. Quickly, 2 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock. 1-yard TD pass from Hampshire to Smiley. Extra point, again good. Northwest lead 56-38 over Orville.
So 94 points on the scoreboard. And we still have 8 minutes and 22 seconds to go in this one. There's a little pooch kick taken at about the 37-yard line or so. And that's where Northwest will start this next drive. And
I've seen more of that kind of kickoff tonight than I have in my life.
I don't get it, but I guess you don't really want them to run it back, but giving them pretty good field position.
This kid's supposed to be able to kick it in the end zone.
Yeah, why not kick it through the end zone?
Yeah, but again, tonight, wherever Northwest took possession, it really hasn't mattered.
Yeah.
They've scored a touchdown on every possession.
Is that right?
Touchdown on every possession.
Every possession of the game? Wow. And here's another one. There he goes.
Touchdown, Northwest.
How about that? And Kraft takes it to the house. 63 yards, and Parker Kraft was pretty much untouched.
We had a 9-second TD somewhere around here. I mean, this might beat that.
Boy, oh boy. I feel like I need to buy Bob some new pencils or something.
13 seconds.
13, no, it's not the fastest score of the night.
Yep, 13 seconds. Here's the extra point attempt. That one is up, and that one is good. So 101 points on the board tonight, 63-38. Northwest on top. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this.
Would be
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
On the,
here we go, back here
pass
at Northwest, enjoying the festivities here tonight. There is a kick. It's going to be taken at about the 13-yard line and out to about the 32-yard line. With the return is Smotherman. Coach, number 15, scoring drive brought to you by Sarda.
One play in 13 seconds. Total yardage covered 63. 63-yard TD run by Kraft. He's been in the end zone a few times tonight.
Yeah.
Extra point also good. Northwest with a 63-38 lead over Orville.
Stick around, folks. At the end of this ball game, we're going to have stats, which you're going to really enjoy, analysis. You're going to have an interview with the winning coach, and at this point, looks like John DeMarco from Northwest. Unless something dramatic happens here. It's 63-38. Northwest on top. And the Red Riders. Here is Smiley with a pass. Going to go across the 40. Almost lost the football, or did he? Nope. Still hang on to it. About a 10-yard pickup. Coach, he almost stripped it from him.
I think they shared the ball,
yeah,
for a moment in time, and the Orville Smiley was able to possess it and retain possession, but I think they shared the ball for a fraction of a second.
Yep. So first down on the pitch and catch. Going to go 4 receivers this time again. There is a handoff. That's Parker Hostetler.
Yeah, not a bad idea. They got the 3-man front and comfortable lead, and they've got soft coverage in the secondary. Linebackers are deeper than normal. Northwest substituting liberally now.
So he picked up 4. Here's fake to Hostetler, and Hampshire going to keep it. Not much, maybe a yard.
Wanted to throw the hitch, the quick hitch to Smiley on the left side near the sideline, and tight coverage by Northwest denied him that, so he had to tuck it and run.
Clock at 6:52 and counting. Hampshire going to roll left this time. Stops, almost got hit there, but he finds Smiley. And Smiley with some running room down the sidelines. 2 men to beat, and he gets into the end zone. Oh, wait, did he know he stepped out of bounds?
Yep, I saw it, yep.
He did at the 10-yard line. I was wondering why kind of everybody stopped, and I thought, they're not just letting him score, but it's because he stepped out of bounds.
He eluded people and did a nice job. Could not run him, but he made some people miss.
First and goal, Orville.
Now you see there where he kind of turned the corner.
Now he's going to cut back.
Right about there.
Yeah.
All right. 6:37 to go. Here we go.
Sprint to the left. Quarterback keep all the way.
All the way is right. And Hampshire going to be brought down at about the 5-yard line.
Sawyer, Hampshire's playing like the game's tied.
Yeah.
Keep all the way.
Red Riders have it now 2nd down and goal at the 4-yard line.
We got a flag.
There's a flag?
I can only, we either got too many men somewhere or somebody said something they shouldn't have said. I mean, nobody was even at the line of scrimmage.
Too many guys.
Is that what it is, Derek?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, they just traded 1 for 1, I think.
Well, it's still going to be 2nd and goal from the 4. They haven't really moved anything, have they? Get a call here. Maybe. Is that illegal substitution?
I'm at a loss.
I am at a loss, too.
Neither team was at the line of scrimmage. They were still getting up and gathering themselves after the previous play.
All right. Well, whatever it was, it's 2nd down and goal from the 2 now. So it was half the distance. Too many men on the field is what the final verdict is.
Second and goal.
It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 2. Hampshire going to put a man in motion. Now he's going to roll, looks, throws, and whoa, nearly intercepted. So after all of that, it's still going to be 3rd down and 2.
I'm just standing here sort of amazed at Orville's resiliency.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't fumble the ball inside the 10, you know, and they score there and they score here, it's 63-52.
Yeah.
If my math is right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yep.
So the score is deceiving.
Well, the Red Riders now on 3rd and goal from the 2. And here is a handoff. Trying to make his way into the end zone, and he does. That is Smiley. And Greg Smiley has been a spark for the Red Riders as he puts it in the end zone again. That's his 4th touchdown of the night. So Greg Smiley has done an equal amount of scoring here tonight as his counterparts on the other side with Satterfield and Kraft trying to keep up with the Joneses. Extra point is up and good by Waite. So with 5:46 to go here in the ball game, it's Northwest 63 and Orville 45. We'll be back after this timeout.
Happy Sardiversary with Sarda rider Leanne. We're celebrating 25 years with our valued riders.
I think you're doing everything right, but I think when I think of Sarda, I think of independence because I can't drive. And so this lets me go wherever I want, when I need to go, and I get to take my grandkids with me. I guess I would say one word, awesome.
Thanks to all our riders as we celebrate Sarda 2-5 at Sarda.
Saturday Morning Huddle with Kenny Rhoda, Billy Beebe, and the WHBC sports team.
Yeah, hey, thanks for your support all the time. I said it last night, but again, you guys do an awesome job. This show is awesome, and again, I'm glad you guys are doing this for high school sports. This is a really great job. Thank you, guys.
Catch us live on the WHBC Facebook page, the WHBC YouTube channel, and WHBC.com. WHBC Sports. It's more than just the game.
All right, welcome back here to Smiley Stadium, and for those that have joined us on the broadcast, we welcome you to a crazy Pac-7 affair here tonight. 63-45 is our score. Northwest on top of Orville with 5:44 to go here in the ball game, and we have had 16 different scores in the ball game, and Coach Thom McDaniels has the 16th scoring drive.
There's no quit in the Orville Red Riders. They're very determined, very resilient. They take the ball in 7 plays, a total yardage of 67 yards covered in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. 2-yard TD run by Smiley, extra point good. Northwest leads 63 to Orville's 45.
Wow. And we still have 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the game. We could probably have 3 or 4 more touchdowns.
No safety. 8-man front.
Here is a running play, and we've got a new guy in the backfield here for Northwest running the football. We don't have a 42. Try to get that young man's number.
Nope.
No 42 on our book, so we'll try to see if we can get that.
Northwest taking time with getting
we
the play
understand
call
that
in.
Jacob Garber is the young man. So Garber picks up the 7. And a running play this time, knocked out of bounds.
That's the quarterback version of the power play. They pull the backside guard and tackle, fake to the back, going to the right. Quarterback keeps it to the left, getting some varsity playing time, and he made the most of that run attempt.
Well, that freshman there, Braden Venables, with the carry. And Braden, a nice chunky yardage.
Started to say a minute ago, Northwest taking their time getting the play in, and they're going to snap the ball late in the play clock.
Mm-hmm. And here's Venables again. And he's going to take it inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line.
But Venables is not content to let the clock run out.
No. Still got plenty of time. 4 minutes, 12 seconds and counting.
That's eternity on tonight.
It is tonight. So Venables has replaced Pappas at the quarterback position. There is Garber again, and Garber's going to take it up to the end zone for the score. 16 yards out, and another touchdown for the Indians. And Jacob Garber, the freshman.
That'll be the highlight of a short high school football career to score in this game. Hopefully he'll have some moments to exceed that one, but big deal to score as a freshman in a varsity football game.
Ben Shantz, extra point is up, and it is good. And the Indians have put 70 on the board. 3:47 to go here in the ball game. Northwest 70, Orville 45. We'll be back.
Are you looking for something different? At Friends and Family Credit Union, our success is defined by you. Our goal is to improve your financial needs and better your lifestyle. Friends and Family Credit Union provides loans, savings, checking, and other financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Our friendly staff is fully committed to serving over 11,000 of its members.
What are you waiting for? Stop into one of our locations today and become a friend of the family.
At AultCare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, AultCare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. AultCare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Back here at Smiley Stadium, Frank Cilona, Thom McDaniels, Derek Faiello, and Bob Jeffries up here with us tonight. 70-45 is our score. And after the kickoff here, we'll turn it over to Coach for the SARTA scoring drive. There's the kick, going to be taken at about the 15-yard line and taken out about a few yards by Smotherman. And Smotherman will set up Orville at about the 25-yard line. Coach, you've got that scoring drive.
Yeah, the Northwest reserve players had scoring on their mind, and they went 4 plays in 1 minute and 59 seconds. They covered 53 yards, 16-yard TD run by Garb, extra point, good. And the point that just occurred to me, we've seen 17 consecutive extra points made. Am I right?
Is that
Kicks. Right? I mean, nobody's missed an extra point attempt. Other than
well, we had a
conversion.
field goal, though, mixed in there.
Yeah. But, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever
amazing.
seen 17 in a row from 2 different kickers. You got to
Really?
be kidding me.
That's crazy. And we still have 3 minutes and 42 seconds to go with a timeout on the field. And while we have a timeout, let's send it down to our guy down on the field, brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. Derek Faiello, go.
Hey, guys, I don't know how many yards I put in this game, but, man, back and forth, back and forth. I'll tell you what, you got to give credit to the younger guys from Northwest. They came in and they marched down the field right like the big boys were doing.
Yeah, Venables, who came in, he's a freshman. You got Garber, who's a freshman, and those two were a big part of that last offensive series.
Yeah, they were.
And put the football into the end zone. So just an incredible performance tonight by Northwest. I had a chance to talk to Coach DeMarco this week. I talked to him the other day, and I said, what should we expect? And he said, well, we're going to battle. I think it's going to be a battle down there. And I said, low-scoring game, high-scoring game? He goes, oh, I don't know. I think we'll probably, be fairly low-scoring. Boy, was he wrong.
Orville is substituting on the offensive side of the ball now also.
Stop being by number 53, Jeremy Caudill.
Caudill on the stop there for Northwest, and I'm just going to take this roster and hold it in my hand because the one I have on my grid is not going to include a lot of these young men, so we're going to give them some recognition as well. Quarterback.
I was about to say there's a lot of nice white clean jerseys out there, but it's turf field, so
yeah.
they should always be nice and white and clean.
That was Gravitt, the junior quarterback. Parker.
Number 14, is that it?
Yeah. Yep. Parker Gravitt. 6 foot, 190 pounds.
Yeah, that's not an Orville name I recognize.
And he's going to keep it this time. And a good defensive play there by Northwest.
Number 14, Parker Gravitt.
He got welcomed to varsity football.
He did.
On that tackle.
He sure did. And that was by number 63.
Unfortunately, he's limping off.
Yeah, Dylan White.
Is this the first punt? First punt of the night.
Is it the first punt? All right, they're going to punt it away. I don't think Northwest even believed they were going to punt until just about 2 seconds ago. They finally sent someone back. And that's a knuckleball kick. Take and bounce at the 45, and it takes a Northwest bounce all the way up to the 48. So that's where the Indians will start this next drive. 1:47 remaining in this one. We've scored 115 points tonight.
And that's plenty of time to score again.
It is. Bob says no.
Well, he's on his second calculator. I know that. He had a blue one at first, and he's got a green one now.
Bob's just taking the.
No, the JVs have never even practiced that, okay? The reserve guys, no, they don't practice 99. They want you to call a play, and they are.
They're going to call a play. And it is going to be a handoff.
Stay in bounds.
Yeah, that was Alex Mashburn, a sophomore.
Number 15.
With the run, yep. It's bad enough we couldn't see those numbers with the starters in there. Now we've got the JVs and the backups in there, and I got to get the glasses out so I can get down there and read those numbers.
Yeah, we got familiar with the varsity, the starters, and,
yeah.
and their body types, and we knew who it was, not based on number, but
right.
Body type and movement, result.
And here is a fumbled snap, and Mashburn going to jump on it. So clock is under a minute. Stick around. Derek Faiello will catch up with Coach John DeMarco at the conclusion of this ball game. And we will have our stats and analysis. We'll give you some final scores.
The stats, yeah, the analysis.
Watch the game is what we're going to tell everybody. You can get it on demand. There is a huge sack as Mashburn goes back and is brought down. It's going to lose about 15 on the play.
Yeah.
Couldn't get out of the grasp.
Northwest hasn't had a negative play like that all night.
And that'll do it because Northwest is starting to line up now for the handshake line. Wow, what a scoring fest tonight. As the clock winds down, we got 3, 2, 1, and that is a final. Our final score here tonight, Northwest 70, Orville 45. Coach, there's a lot to talk about if you want to talk about every score, but we're not going to do that because we certainly have, we'd be here till midnight. But I guess the overall thoughts, if you will, for both teams. I know coming into the game what we thought was going to happen kind of did happen, but, you know, as a coach, what did you see?
Well, I think Northwest more than met the expectations that people provided me.
Yeah.
They run the ball with the best of them, and we're going to have the final stats here in a little bit. But they more than measured up to the expectation that people had set for me. Orville, on the other hand, they're on the losing end, and the score makes it look worse than it is, actually. There was no quit in them. And until the turning point for me was when they turned the ball over inside the 10-yard line, because they were staying within 4 and staying within 11 and then staying within 4. You know, they were doing the best they could to match score for score, but that changed the game.
Yeah.
And then they ran out of possessions.
Well, and if you score 45 points, you should win. I mean, your expectations are that you score that many points, you should win, but yeah, it was just too much tonight for their defense. They really weren't able to just keep pace with Northwest.
Yeah, the only people that are going to go home unhappy for Northwest are the guys that coach defense.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously Orville's not happy with the result, but the defensive guys, you know, they got to buy breakfast tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye down there with Derek and see if he can catch up with Coach DeMarco. Derek, if you grab Coach, just let us know. And in the meantime, we'll sit here and keep an eye on you. And Coach, you know, we've seen some good football this year. This is week 7. The quarterbacks, you know, the Poochie Snyders, the Petros and Eckermans of the world, and tonight and a couple of weeks ago when we watched Northwest for the first time, we saw a couple of good running backs, and they did not disappoint tonight.
We don't see much anymore. 2 running backs in tandem,
right,
in the game at the same time, do what those 2 kids did tonight.
Yeah,
and that's a flashback for me, because that's the way it used to be.
Right.
And you don't see that much anymore. And not just to have 2 backs in the backfield, but to have 2 backs be as productive and generate as much offense as they each did in their own way.
Right.
But that's fun for me to watch. You know, I like to watch that kind of football.
Well, and you had some pretty good running backs back in the day with Doss and Martin and some of those guys that certainly ran the football effectively for you. And I see that kind of, and I hate to compare kids like that, but I mean, I see that kind of running.
Hey guys, I have Coach DeMarco
play
here.
Okay, Derek, go ahead. we'll let you take over and with Coach DeMarco.
Derek Faiello, WHBC Sports here with winning coach at Northwest, Coach John DeMarco. Coach, great win. You guys put a lot of points up tonight. Your kids, battled every possession. A lot of good things. What can you speak of to that?
Well, we put a lot of points up, but we had to put a lot of points up. So it was good that we're able to put points up, but we need to be able to cut down the other side a little bit. We need to be able to get off the field on some of those possession downs, and we struggled with that all year.
Yeah, that's something that we kept mentioning. Orville just kept hanging around, but your boys, you got to give them credit as well. They kept fighting, kept battling. Connor Siderfield, what can you say about his night tonight?
He's just been getting better. He's worked so hard to put himself in this position. I'm just so pleased with the year he's having for us. One of the hardest workers I've ever been around. But he had a great game, and he's our leader. He's our leader and does a great job with that too. And just really proud of this whole team.
That's great.
Now, one reason they kept fighting in there is that quarterback for Orville's a doggone good player, and he kept us on our heels all night. And then they had a couple of receivers to go with him, and that number one was a very good receiver and a very good football player. But they had some players. They had some real players over there, and it was scary.
Yeah, they kept getting after it. I got to ask you this, Coach. Is it true that on one of the touchdown plays, the double pass, that was an auction play that was called?
It was. It was. I'm looking for him right now. I can't find him. Yeah, we had a night at the races, and one of the items we auctioned off was call a play for the night, and he picked this game, and he wanted to call that play. So he's 1 for 1. And if I was any brighter, I'd probably hire him to call a few more plays.
I was just going to ask you that.
One.
Coach, you're getting deep here in Pac 7 play, and hopefully you guys stay healthy. Good luck next week.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, and glad to have you guys here. And I hope we took care of you guys really well.
Big time. We're definitely going to get the message back to Kenny.
Good. That's our goal, is to take care of people that come in, because we like it when you travel out this section of Stark County.
It's always good football. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Derek, thank you so much, and thank you to Coach DeMarco. Always a great sport, and he's right. When he said that quarterback did not quit for Orville, and you take your tip to cap to that young man, because he kept him in this ball game throughout the ball game. So, but yeah, it was. How about that though, Coach? Would you have ever thought, or have ever done that, where you raffle off a play call and let the person play?
No, I didn't have that kind of sense of humor about football. I could never do that.
That would have been pretty impressive.
Yeah, Keith Wakefield couldn't.
Yeah,
do
I don't
that
think
either.
Keith would ever do that either. But no, that's great. Congratulations again to the folks down there that made that happen. But Coach, you've got some numbers, and I'm gonna go take a seat and come back when you're done.
We had 1,111 yards of offense tonight. And we'll break it down team by team. Rushing, Orville 192 yards, Northwest 486. Passing, Orville 300, Northwest 133. Total for Orville 492 yards, for Northwest 619. I can't believe I'm saying that. 24 first downs for Orville, 21 for Northwest. Orville doubled the time of possession, which is insignificant, but 31 minutes and 5 seconds for Orville to 16 minutes and 55 seconds for Northwest. They generate 70 points in barely 17 minutes. 2 turnovers for Orville, 1 for Northwest. Orville 6 penalties for 48, Northwest 5 for 53. On the individual statistics side, Orville, Sawyer Hampshire was 22 of 36 for 300 yards and 3 TDs. Greg Smiley had 9 carries for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sawyer Hampshire 25 rushes, also leading rusher for 115 yards. Greg Smiley was the leading, 11 rushes for 112. And Landon D'Alessandro 4 catches for 93 and 1 touchdown. Smiley had 2 also through the air. On the other side, flip side, Northwest, Tyler Pappas was 5 of 6 for 95 efficient yards. Connor Satterfield, 21 carries, 182 yards, and 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdown night. Parker Kraft, 13 rushes, 271 yards, and 3 TDs. And he also had a TD pass on the trick play. And Chase Badger had 3 catches for 87 yards and 1 touchdown. That's it.
That's it?
That covers the team and
that's
individual
all?
stats. Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Well, And it all adds up to a 70-45 final score. We do have to mention our United States Air Force aim high play of the game. And we'll take a look at the monitor now. That is a double pass. That is Parker Kraft. And he throws it to Badger. And Badger hauls it in, a 38-yard touchdown pass from Kraft to Badger. Extra point was good. And at that point, Northwest led 56-31. That happened in the fourth quarter. So just an incredible
all the extra
fun
points
play.
were good.
All the extra
all
points.
the extra point except for the 2-point attempt.
Amazing.
We even had a successful one of those.
Yeah, it's interesting. With the win here tonight, I know Canton South ended up winning, so they'll stay undefeated in the pack. Northwest is now undefeated, still in the pack. So it all is starting to build up towards that last game of the season when Northwest plays Canton South. And let's hope that both these teams will stay on course.
Might be a game you and I might want to be at.
We may want to be at that one.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, sure.
We always have that flexibility, and if we get to that point and that ball game is, two teams undefeated to that point, we certainly will like to jump on that one as well. But next week, want to remind everybody, we are at Lake and Rock and Blue Country, as Lake will host Hoover. So that should be a great ball game. Both teams, though, lost this week. Hoover losing to Glen Oak and Lake losing to McKinley tonight. So both teams looking to rebound.
Are they both on 2-game losing streaks?
Lake? Yes.
Well,
no, Lake won last week.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jackson has a 2-game losing streak. So things are starting to get a little cloudy in the Fed right now.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we'll have some great ball games coming up here as we move forward. So I want to, before I forget, I want to make sure I thank everybody that we have working tonight. Certainly, our guys up here in the booth. We thank our cameramen, or camera operators, I should say, Evelyn Heyer and Sam Fronsman. Our video producer is Casey Claxon. Our production assistant is Sam Mackall. Our statistician is Bob Jeffries. Our audio producer is Dale Lamm. Down on the field, Derek Faiello, our sideline reporter. And up here in the booth, my partner, Thom McDaniels. This is Frank Cilona saying have a good night. Our final score, again, it was Northwest 70 and Orville 45. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching the WHBC Sports AultCare YouTube Game of the Week. Brought to you by SARTA, Friends and Family Credit Union, Maslin Cable, Altman Hospital, CKP Heating and Cooling, Sarshone Ford, the United States Air Force, and Old Carolina Barbecue. Be sure to subscribe to the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the great content you can get on demand.